Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Downtime in the Hangar, where we talk about all things GBO2 and tangent about other things. Probably gonna be tangenting about Final Fantasy VII for a bit. But anyway, today I'm joined by Gustav the 13th
Yep.
and Gaming Emblem.
Hey, I put my hands up and I'm holding on for dear life.
So guys,
I don't want to fall.
how was your week this past week?
Same as the last week. Oh yeah.
Yes, quarantine life is real. But actually, in order to escape the trivialities of everyday life, I've moved to Australia where you can play Final Fantasy VII early. That's actually why you see my webcam the way it is now. I'm over here on the other side of the world. Um, I'll be moving back to Washington as soon as it hits like the 4.5 hour mark when you can like play Final Fantasy VII without early access permission in the States. But for right now, we live in Australia. It's pretty good. We'll be playing Final Fantasy VII tonight. It'll be fun. In video games.
Pretty much.
That shit is a motherfucking video game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, I gotta do the finale for Kiwami, so look forward to that.
Yeah, that's pretty
You're
much what
always
you've been
beating
playing.
up pedestrians.
But yeah, is that pretty much what you've been playing, Kiwami? I've seen some of it.
Yeah, because I was trying to do a lot of subquest stuff in the meantime until we hit up against Final Fantasy VII, because I got that shit preloaded. That's gonna be our new secondary game.
There you go.
And that should be good. Gustav's playthrough of Kiwami is good. I don't know what it is, but hearing Gustav like do the voices for all the characters, like all the characters sound so right in Gustav tone, man. It's like I don't really know what to do about this thing in the casino district or whatever. And then Kazuma talks, and he sounds just like the lady, and it's just perfect. Like I'm not even giving you slack, Gustav. It just sounds right. Like it's great.
I appreciate it.
Oh man.
It has been fun though. Like I'm definitely like once we do this part for 7, we're definitely gonna be going on to Kiwami 2. So that'll be a nice change in tone, I'm sure. Although I'm totally expecting this finale to be super like dramatic and stuff leading into 2.
Yes, at the end of the game, Kazuma fights 3 drunks at once.
Yeah, they like to slather on the Japanese melodrama in those games. Like they're good at it. And they have like Zeta level death rates for characters. They do not fuck around.
I didn't realize they would have that. That's cool.
Because that's why that game's so wacky, because like you have all these weird tonal shifts. Like the subquests are stupid and kind of like lighthearted in places. Majima everywhere is really ridiculous. And then you get to the main plot and it's just like all this Yakuza drama and like people getting like just peeled off. Like cutscene after cutscene. Guns in cutscenes are the most powerful thing, as you would expect, despite you plastering people with bullets in like the regular game to like no avail.
I don't know. Guns seem pretty powerful in gameplay too. I saw you take out like a 18-wheeler or whatever with a revolver.
Oh god, yeah, that I don't think about that. That sequence is brutal.
Oh, that's good.
Like compared to the one in Zero's was so much easier. I didn't even have to redo it. That one took us like what, 4 or 5 tries? That shit sucked. Oh my god. I bet you there's gonna be 1 and 2, and I'm not looking forward to that. Everything else though, awesome. What about you guys though?
That's one of the games I want to check out. I've got Kiwami.
Me too.
And I haven't played it yet, but I got it like on a humble bundle or something.
Yeah, I think you guys have fun with that. There's a lot of stuff to do in there too.
By the way, just on a random side note, the Humble Pick bundle now, the Humble Bundle monthly, they're now doing like a pick thing. So, like you get to kind of look at some of the games or something like that. I don't know. It seems weird. Like I haven't tried it yet since. It just seems
some
like
context for like us getting Yakuza and all that. I actually got Kiwami from Extra, X Large Double Double, because he got it out of one of his bundles. and was like, "Well, I'm not gonna play this. You can have this."
Nice. What a player.
Yeah, I'm just surprised they're not keeping the monthly thing and doing it different now. I mean, it's still the same thing, sort of, but it's
It's
they give
probably
extra
because of stuff
selection.
like that that they're trying to like let you pick, even though it's gonna be a little bit maybe too different. Hopefully,
Yeah.
it's still good though.
But yeah, Emblem. What were you playing for the most part?
Oh, just Battle Op. Honestly, Battle Op Cross Rays.
Fantasy Star. I saw
I
some
played
Fantasy
some.
Star.
Yeah, Fantasy Star.
How's
I'm
that
waiting
going?
for the PC release so I can go ham.
So like, it'll still be your same account, right?
As far as I know,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be able to let you log in with your Microsoft account even once it gets on PC.
No, that's pretty legit.
Yeah. If not, it won't be the end of the world. Like I
Is it,
messed up my mag anyway, so that'll
I was
probably
gonna
be
say, is that why you're
good.
being tentative with like going super hard on it, or?
Well, not just that, but like I don't own the Xbox. Like
Okay.
I'm essentially borrowing it.
This is literally a
And
situation where it's like, "This is my turn on the Xbox."
yeah, pretty much. And I found out if because we have another one. So like, the problem isn't so much that like I couldn't play it, but apparently the Xbox Live, and I don't have it on my account, but I didn't realize I was, I guess, playing it through one of the other accounts Xbox Lives. So like
Oh.
if they log on to their account, it kicks me off the game
Yeah.
immediately.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, where it's this kind of situation where as soon as they're ready to get on it's my turn on the Xbox.
It's like, well, I guess it's your turn.
It's their
Shit.
turn on the Xbox. Like, so we pretty much just like finish it up at that point.
Kind of like the Steam family stuff kind of thing.
It's kind of funny
Yeah.
watching like Let's Players do that kind of stuff where they like share accounts with like significant others or like people they live with, and they're like in the middle of a recording and it switches them out. It's like, what the hell happened? And they gotta like call their friend on their cell phone, like, what the fuck, dude? I'm doing a thing. We're recording.
Nice.
Because they need to get back in their account.
But yeah,
That's
as
why you
far
need
as
your own.
my week, GBO2 did some Borderlands, got pretty far,
Yeah.
and then the game was just like, nope, yeet. The server crashed pretty much or something. Or they were doing updates. I don't know what it was, but it yeeted us out like on Monday or Tuesday.
Oh yeah. The second you said yeet, someone on our enemy team actually DC'd.
Oof.
Okay, I need to stop.
Say
Magnum.
it again. Say it again.
Man,
the whole
yeeted
team
him out
out.
of existence.
I need to stop saying that. It's the same thing that happened to the guy that I did in that clip that I made. Remember, he was meleeing me, and I'm just like,
Oh, that's
yeet,
right.
and then he's gone. Oh no.
Disappeared. Sometimes
He's
you fall on your own beam
mastered
saber.
the technique of the yeetus deletus.
Oh man.
His people needed him, Magnum. He could not waste time there anymore.
He's beyond such mortal matters.
Yeah.
The secret art of yeet. But yeah, but other than Borderlands, did some Path of Exile. Got a new build I'm working on, doing war cries. So my character just yells every 1.25 seconds.
Like audibly in game?
Like it's more like yes, but he doesn't actually
my
go
God.
oh, like anything like that. It's just more like
Good though.
Oh, okay.
you know.
Okay. Somehow that's actually a little
Got you,
funnier.
base.
Yeah, it's like yeah, for real though. Like get the gotcha face in chat on that one, dude. Like, but pretty much he's just so he spins and yells because now you can make war cries instant, so you can use them at any time. So you can be using Cyclone or Whirlwind type thing if people don't play Path of Exile and play Diablo. You're just spinning and just raw, and every time he yells, I heal for like 25% of my health.
Holy shit.
So I pretty much have to get one shot by things to die. And the cool thing is with instant skills
Nice.
now, you can put it on your left click and it doesn't interfere with doing anything anymore. And you can just, so you can hold it down, or you can hold it down on the keyboard. So I've got my Molten Shell, which is a giant defensive barrier on my left click, and I hold down all the other instant skills. So he's like yelling and Molten Shelling and spinning around and killing everything. So if I put Berserk in it, then he yells and gets rage stacked because he's a Berserker. And then I put the skill in, so then he spins even faster. And yeah, so hopefully when it's all said and done, this is gonna be a crazy build. Right now it's just kind of fun and silly that he's tanking and spinning and yelling.
And winning.
Oh, and then I managed to craft a bow that's like worth 50x. Just on my first try.
I think I saw a picture of it.
Yeah, it was first try, streamer RNG, no big deal. Just
No
make it
big
rain
deal.
now because I just crafted one item and now I can make every build that I'm going to play this league. Except I'm going to go big, hopefully, and go for a awesome magic find craziness thing. So, other than that, though, yeah, pretty much got a garden pretty much ready to go. It's not planted yet, but it's the ground's been tilled, so yeah. And yeah, then the reason why I'm in the suit, by the way, guys, had to go to a funeral. Just got back. Decided not to change clothes because dailies.
The daily grind.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta get the dailies done
humanity.
before the podcast. Which then I'm like, if I stay up till midnight, then I could just get the dailies done anyway. But yeah, so that's pretty much
I'm
it.
glad you're able to join us though. That you're able to get everything situated.
Yeah, we got back.
So I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, that was kind of the
My
weird thing.
condolences.
I will. Thank you. I will talk about the weird social distancing thing because, of course,
Yeah.
we went with mask and stuff. So yeah, I'm finally out of the N95 mask that I had from where I worked at a hospital, like 10 years ago, something like that. Anyway, they probably technically were out of date, old. So oh well, questionable, but still took whatever precaution every time I've left the house. But it was one of those weird things where it's like everybody here is family, and they didn't really tell too many people, so there was like 10 of us. So it was, yeah, it was kind of weird a little bit, but it was just one of those things like, not to get too much into the hard times, but yeah, it's that's a kind of awkward situation if with people dying and stuff with this. Just
Yeah,
saying.
it definitely sets a somber mood for an already somber situation, right?
Yeah, so it's just like,
Yeah.
you know, because I'm sure if everybody could have showed up, there would have been 50 cars out there. So yeah, but anyway, into some exciting stuff. Let's get into the cool stuff. So
For sure.
yeah. Oh man, you know what I just realized? I've had shout outs up on the thing. I forgot to do intro. Oh well.
Well.
Oops.
Yeah, good
YOLO.
enough.
Anyway.
Editing magic.
Nope.
Denied.
We'll maybe edit that in post. Maybe. But anyway, the let's see. What is this thing called again?
Gun cannon detector.
Detector. Okay.
Uptime and
Oh my gosh.
okay, sorry, I thought you meant the podcast.
No, the detector. Did I even spell that right? That would be embarrassing. Yes. Okay, I can spell, guys. Yay. Okay, so the detector. Let's start off with this. This thing is amazing, and I'm excited. And to repeat what we said right before the podcast, I was like, we got a striker custom. It has like infinite stuns. It's crazy. Why does something have that ability to stun that many times? This is just gross. And then then Bandai Namco, GBO2 guys are just like, here you go. Spin for it. And I'm like, please have off spin. And I got the level 2, and it was great. And I probably should have clipped that moment because I've been on a dry spell again of like I haven't, it wasn't as bad as 190 plus boxes without a gold box, but it was like a ton of boxes without any suits that I actually want or need. And so it just feels like, so it's just, I mean, at that point it's like first world problems kind of thing, right? Because
For
I'm
sure.
like, I've got all these suits that people would want, but it's not the ones I want. So it's kind of like, you've got good stuff. Why are you complaining? And I'm like, I know, but I want the
Because this
Zoc.
shit ain't new no more.
I want the
want that
Zoc
mobile
or
suit.
the MLRS.
Yeah, I'm ready
But
for
no.
the detector. I'm hoping I can manage that.
I'm tempted to
It's a
spin for the level
prelude.
1. Just saying, it's a good suit. If you're a support player and you want to stun people, can recommend. I would say it's a little OP, and I don't want
It's
to
a
say that.
Definitely looks
little.
good.
Now, considering that I just bullied the dog shit out of one on an ace match, don't become ace in that thing. Because all that ire that you earned throughout the match is going to come at you like tenfold. And then you're going to be the one stun locked and on the floor.
Get them, boys.
Because that's the thing. It is pretty fast for what it is. It's not that fast though. Like for everyone to have their eyes on you at any given time.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you can still
It looks
focus
pretty
that
smooth
thing
for a
pretty
support,
hard.
though.
Yeah, it's pretty slick.
the crazy
There are
thing.
some people that are like lamenting that it doesn't have a balancer, and I think just because it's a newer gun cannon and like the heavy D and shit does have one, it is a little weird. But like this thing would be a little busted if it did.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, so here's the 2 combos that I've come up with, and I had another point that I was gonna make, but okay, whatever. Let's do this. So, the main cannon combo into the beam, then you grenade, then you beam, and if you're right next to somebody, you just swap to melee and just kick if you're right in distance, and you can just knock them over. Like there's nothing they can do, unless, I mean, obviously if they have a dodge roll or whatever. But you got stun, 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 kick down on the ground, switch to your beam, pew 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 in the legs. And I mean that's just gross. So if
For
it had
sure.
balancer, then you would, so like say right now you have to be like this close to somebody to get that full combo off, right?
Yeah, you got to do
Now,
like the
like if you
slow
had
march on
balancer,
them.
you could be like way over here, just be like pew 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 dash kick, and then they're just down. And it's like, and then I mean that would be gross. That would be too OP. Like to do that full combo every time.
Couldn't you just like camphor swag on people with your 3 stun options? Just like cannon them and then.
I mean, that's how you
and
do it
then
now,
rock
I
it.
mean,
right?
yeah, that's how you have to do it, but you don't have like doesn't the comfort has balancer, right?
Yeah,
Well, it
but it
does, but I
also
mean-
like you can literally march on someone with the camphor and like
Yeah.
have enough stunts to just get there
Yeah, so
without
I
having
mean,
to be too crazy.
since you're not as fast though as like a comfort or something, then it's
It's okay. You just slow walk like the Terminator.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're like slow walk.
So-
I was almost gonna say waddle, but you're not waddly enough to join the waddle club
yeah,
with that guy.
not quite.
The Methus will get the Waddle unlock. Don't worry, when that thing comes out, you're literally
It's
gonna
gotta be a
like,
Scooty suit, I bet you.
yeah, it's probably gonna float. They should have a walk though. That'd be fun.
Oh, dude, I wanted to walk and waddle. That would be great. Yes, please.
That being said, I am surprised it wasn't the Methus today.
Yeah. I definitely want to talk about that here, unless we want to talk about that now. But I do want to talk about that here in a minute.
I mean, I think that is in relation to this suit though, just because like a lot of people are expecting another transforming suit, or at least more like
I know I was.
mainstream, a more mainstream Zeta suit at the very least. And yet we get this thing, and it's amazing. It's just weird for this festival, which is focusing on like big name Zeta stuff up until now.
Yeah,
Because this is the only debut this thing ever had as a Zeta era suit was in Unicorn, where it got fucking bodied by like a swarm of Xeon suits.
Yeah, that's the other weird thing. It's not even in the like actual Zeta series.
Because I think the Heavy D got
Well,
a
it's originally
cameo, even
MSV,
though,
right?
yeah, because it's
Yeah.
MSV stuff.
Yeah, so
But it's around that era when it came out for the MSV. I think that's what we mean by it being Zeta in that
Again,
regard.
my other problem too, and I think this is pretty much the same thing you were just saying, but it's not 600. Like,
Yeah.
at
Or
least
at
give
the
us a
very least
550
make it like
option.
550, yeah, so
Yeah.
that it's in there. So now that lobby doesn't have anything even remotely like usable in there for
Well,
that.
we do have a support now, and that's in the updates. So spoilers,
Yeah, that'll
the
be later
Jaeger,
on.
but Yeah.
Still,
we can talk
I
about
mean,
that
that
later.
makes sense, right? Like, I don't think that's out of place. I don't think that's a weird suit to be there. Still, I don't know if that really makes up for it. We'll talk about that more later.
Then we got the Zommel last week, but
This is Zommel.
Oh yes.
actually, by the way, just saying, on a side note, I played the
Kinda
Zommel. It's actually pretty like beefy, man. That thing is getting thick. They need one more buff, and then you are a super thick boy. Like
They might as well, right? Like they might as well just go
22,000
all the
health
way.
right now, like 24,000 in like the level 3. You know, bump it up another 1,000 or 2,000. You know, I'll take that. But no,
More health.
or give it the mode that I've been talking about. I actually tweeted that at them.
Real talk, I wouldn't mind that. Like just all, you know what it reminds me of too? It reminds me of the overboost thing from Battle Assault, where you just hit your verniers real hard and you can just like dash all over the place.
Yeah.
And like even in the air. Of course, this wouldn't do that. It wouldn't go in the sky, but like literally just let it just boost everywhere.
Yeah, super fast scooty in all directions, and other than its main gun you have to stop. I still would agree with that. But
Nah,
everything
fuck
else,
that. I would want it to be able to, because it's gonna be a limited thing, and I would think like their trade-off would be that it either staggers or has to go
yeah,
like
okay.
for a hot second. But let it fire on the move, because that's the whole point of that
Oh yeah,
thing.
that's the same
Is that
gun.
it's a moving gun platform that has like really good terrain traversal and speed. Like
It,
literally, the GBO2 is running alongside it at full clip just to
isn't
keep
the
up with it.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. It's like things should be fast. But the other thing, doesn't the Hildoffer actually have the same type of cannon, like the legit same cannon? Like isn't
I
it the same like
kind
caliber
It
of.
might fire the
technically?
same type of shell.
It
I don't know if
that's
it's
fires
what I'm
the
this.
exact
saying.
same cannon.
It fires the FPSD like it does.
Yeah, I think they're well, I mean they're named the same in the game, but I'm just wondering lore
Mhm.
wise, isn't it the same shell? And the Hildoffer can just be like, yeet.
I think they can. Well, a lot of those kind of guns can fire the same or like different types of ordnance. I don't know if it's like the same cannon though, but it has the same shell types. That's for sure. I think the only difference is that heavy lob, like the really long range one, I think is a little bit different than the main gun for the Hidalfer. But the other
I get what
two
you're saying
are
though.
the same.
Like how come the Hildoffer can fire to the transform mode?
Yeah. So
Where like the literal like
Literal
mobile
gun platform.
artillery
Yeah.
platform has to stand still. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
and
really, it's kind of goofy.
yeah, so I'm really hoping, like for real though, buff Zommel. Like I'm gonna start like a crusade, posting it everywhere. Let's make enough noise.
Oh,
I don't
I
know.
thought that was
Why
gonna
does
hit
the
him.
red Gundam have
Oh,
to
I'm in
stand
trouble.
still to fire its Gatling gun? Or Space Pell Rider, or you know, your legs not working, son? That much kick on that machine gun? Why do you have to stop in space?
Yeah,
There's like
it's
no
literally.
I don't have. Yeah, I'm trying to be like. I'm trying to be like. I like always be Gatling, so I can't complain about this.
hmm
But I'm
And I
trying to
think
complain
wasn't
about
it
this.
in? I forget, and I don't know if maybe someone in chat remembers, but I think in the first GBO it didn't have to stop for the
It did
Gatling.
not, no.
Yeah,
But they did like significantly less damage.
yeah.
The first one.
Was it just like a glorified like bullpup or like
It's like a
Gatling on there?
sidearm, I think, is more of what it was, I believe.
So
Actually, oh, go ahead, Magnum.
oh, I was gonna say I got the actual vector up on my stream. I finally got my
Detecta.
window to actually pop up right, and so
E.
we can look at the stats right here live.
I've got it pulled up too, so we're good.
But anyway, what were you saying? Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I haven't played it yet, but so it's a 450, 500. Do you think it's good enough to have been 50 points up, like 500, 550 instead?
Yeah.
I would say it would be competitive. Like obviously it would need maybe a little stat bump, but not much. I mean the
Mhm.
guns and with the stuns it has, yeah,
Right.
with everything that's up there right now, it can compete. Like it easily can compete with like say at 500 Type B
Mhm.
can compete with that pretty well. You can, I mean, just because of the stun locks, this thing's a stun machine. So
Right.
and it's got damage to boot. So I mean, looking here at its just main rifle, and this is level 1, but and all the other stats are level 2, by the way. But because I just have the level 2, so 1600 or then 1680 for the power. And if you're gonna combo it right, you get 2 shots essentially.
It's out for the main beam rifle.
Yeah, the main weapon beam
Gotcha.
rifle. Then the beam cannons times 2. So that one literally is times 2, and they hit separately, kind of thing. So that works. 1155 for the level 2. I don't know what the level 1 is, but
Level 1
600
is 14.
range.
Or no. You said the shoulder cannon?
Yeah, the beam cannon times 2. Or sorry, not the shoulder, but the beam cannon times 2.
It's 1100.
Yeah, so you get 55 more at level 2. 600 range. That is sniper.
It's pretty juicy.
That's like full on sniper range. Like, so you can just snipe with that whenever you need to, which is gross. And then, you snipe to begin the fight or whatever. Then you get a little closer. Then you overheat it because you're probably going to fire it again. And then you go into beam. You go to grenade, which is another 800. Now, the grenade does okay damage, but 840. Another stagger. Then you go back to the beam. And I was hitting people like for 2000 at least with the beam rifle.
Right.
So like I was half healthing raids yesterday. So it was just like
That's not too far off. That range is 250 off of the Zaku 1 sniper.
Yeah. So pretty gross. And then the shoulder beam, I will say the shoulder beam, I don't know if I'd say a little lackluster, but as far as shooting, I want to actually, you probably have this on the wiki if you're looking at the wiki. What is the stun ratio, or yeah, stun ratio?
For which one? Shoulder beam gun?
Yeah, for the shoulder beam.
5% stagger value is what it's saying.
I'm surprised by how much range that has.
Oh yeah, it also has 300. I mean, I think they're
300,
finally
yeah.
learning their mistake with like the 250 and 200 higher cost like sub weapons.
Like spotters and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, and essentially that's just a spot beam gun. Is kind of what it is. Actually, since I have this up, let's compare it to. I mean, this is the 550 Jaeger, but yeah, it's pretty much the 550 Jaeger. The Jaeger though has less range. It's only 200. So I mean, the range on the shoulder is actually kind of insane.
Ooh, I didn't know this had a model kit. Apparently, the RE100 line had a detector. That's pretty neat.
That would be a cool model kit.
Yeah, looks like the range for the spot gun on the suits is the same across the board for levels. So yeah, it's 200.
Yeah, so
granted that one has a 10% stagger value instead of 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Jaeger though is a bit more gross as far as damage and stagger. So fair enough. But the damage on this one is okay, not too bad. I mean, it'll get the job done. Like I'm pretty sure you can get more damage out of this when somebody's pretty much falling down after your kick. You can pull off that combo.
Right.
Then hitting them again with the beam cannons, because I don't think it'll ready up in time, or if it does, if I can do about the same damage. So
yeah, and I was actually gonna say too. I was thinking that it would be pretty solid with the beam cannon. It's a good option to punch through maneuver armor raids, but you just can't rely on it by itself. Like you definitely have to like lead up with another weapon beforehand, and then you could probably try to finish up the stagger with the shoulder beam gun. Because like assuming you hit all 8 shots, that's like at most 40% stagger rate.
my biggest problem with the beam cannon is it takes too much ready up time even when switching to it from something else.
Right.
So I've been leading with the beam cannon,
and
then I'll do like the shoulder to try to get the stagger or the beam rifle or something else. But I was kind of curious if you could do like the shoulder beam gun and then go to Vulcans and maybe pull something off. The Vulcans aren't that bad too. They're actually pretty nice.
According to this, the stagger rating is 35 per laser on the beam cannon. So if you have both, that's 70 stagger. And Vulcans are 2% per round.
Okay, that's not bad.
So I mean that would probably add it pretty quickly. So you could probably do either the Vulcans or the shoulder beam gun to try to set up a stagger. If you get like pushed down, or not pushed down, but pressured down, I should push down.
Now the other thing that I would kind of talk about, whereas like I would kind of compare this to the Jaeger a bit in the sense of how the beam gun works. Well, maybe not.
It feels like the full custom or the
Maybe
full
full
custom to me.
yeah. Like maybe
Well, I say
mix the
feels
full.
like I haven't played it. It looks like the full custom to me. Let me rephrase it like that.
Yeah, it definitely has
Yeah,
that aesthetic.
it feels like full custom mixed with like a Jaeger right now as far as play style. Except for you just have an insta
That's a pretty
stagger
good way to
beam.
look at it.
Yeah. You have an insta stagger beam.
Like the way I'm thinking it is like it's the full custom if
If
it
it
was
wasn't-
if it's mainly like support oriented, right?
Yeah, if it wasn't a modular suit and it was just dedicated.
Right. Because I mean the full custom might as well be a general.
Yeah.
Like as far as it goes. And this one feels like more of a support, if that makes sense.
So
at least to me.
One other thing. Okay, so the custom parts that I have up right now is my YOLO Magnum build as always. So probably don't want that. You probably want this second one. This one's a little bit more utility and health. 17,300 with the parts I got on this. Not bad. But I like, since everything overheats really fast, I like the cooldown on this. So I've got all 3 levels of the auxiliary generator. Then I got high spec cruise control. I fit that on just about everything I can. And then all 4 firing. But yeah, since everything overheats really fast, yeah, I want that beam rifle up again. And they chunk though. That's the thing I can't get over is just how many stuns this thing has, and its beam cannon and its main beam rifle just chunk for like, 3,000 ish for 3 to 4,000 with the beam cannons and 2 to 3,000 with the beam rifle. It just
we love deeps.
Yeah, pretty much. Then it's skills. I'll go ahead and go to the skills over. Real quick. Actually, the shortcut that I use. So I go beam cannon, the beam rifle, the shoulder beam gun, and the beam rifle grenade. And the reason why I do it that way is because if you're just on the beam rifle, you can just hit R1 and then you're on the melee. So if you're doing the full combo, cannon, beam rifle, grenade, beam rifle, R1, and then kick. And then if you're just far away, then on the beam rifle, it's harder to get to the shoulder beam gun that way. So then I just have that on triangle, so that I swap to the shoulder beam gun to shoot them at range. So
just a little note: the suit has ground specialization as well.
Yes, good call. I was gonna forget to mention that, but let's see. Skills. So your usual support stuff: high performance radar, scope, observation link, frontline support system. Always nice. Level 2, by the way, for the support system. Then we get scouting parallel processing device, where you can aim down your scope and see your radar at the same time. Fantastic, especially if you're going to try to just be a sniper.
It's good that more suits
that make
are
3
getting
mobile suits. That's 3 now, right?
That's 3. I forget what the second one is. I know
GBO3, Super Gundam, and this one, right?
Did the gun tank get it?
Wait. Is it the
Did the gun tank
GPO?
get it?
It's the GPO4, right?
Or no. It's, I'm not sure about the 4. I know the full. I said GPO3. I meant the GPO1 full burner. Full burner has it.
Wait,
was the first one to get it. That's the very first one to get it.
That's weird. That's cool because of its prototype rifle, but that's weird.
I thought it was the 04. Maybe I'm thinking of the.
I mean, the L4 might have it too. Like I honestly
sure
doesn't mean I remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So the Super does have it, and then maybe the 04, and then that. And you said gun tank. Are you talking about the new gun tank too?
Oh well, I don't think the gun tank.
Gun tank
I don't know.
too,
I don't believe it does, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can look real quick since I've got it up right now. Yes, it does.
Interesting.
That's cool. Actually, that's really awesome.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
pretty
I say
powerful.
that's a
Unifor
suit
has
that
it
makes
too.
sense to have it, so I would hope it would.
That's at least 5 suits that
I
have
mean,
it.
any of the snipers, I would say, need to be retroactively put on that. Just saying.
Yeah.
For all of them? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, because that's not even like a lore decision. That's just a video game decision after that, after a certain point.
Yeah. Then my favorite part of this suit. Oh, it is so good. Stabilization device. You get essentially maneuver armor while crouching. Like pretty much the only thing that I got that compares to this, and I've got a clip of me doing this, is when I'm like playing the Dom Barrage. That's probably the only suit that I really get away with it, just because it's my best suit. But so with the Dom Barrage, the I crouch and then I go full prone, and when you're prone, you can't get CC'd. So like an Ifrit with a shotgun was coming at me, so I just proned right when he fired, and I stood up and then tackled him and countered, and then just proceeded to wreck his face. So this though can just be like, I crouch, and now I'm moving again. It's so good. Oh man, like I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's a good skill. The assault gun tank has it too.
I had no clue that
Um,
the assault gun tank had that. I'm like, what? I'm always moving. Why am I ever gonna? What is this?
It is a
But
little
it's
weird.
really
I have
strong.
seen some assault gun chains do work, pretty good work as like regular supports. But yeah, more often than not, you're gonna want to transform.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a new way to play the Hildoffer and assault gun tank now. When that's down, I'm gonna be like, eat, aha, eat. So
Yeah, it's a really good
pretty
tool.
hype.
You can almost kind of like if you have someone in your face and you can get your crouch like stuff set up right, it really gives you an edge, especially over like blues and stuff too. Because just being able to continue to pepper them down, like you deal so much damage as long as you don't get like staggered out or just bait them with because most people like initiate and if they hit you or just shoot in your direction, they'll commit to the follow up
Yeah,
so you can tackle them and stuff too. So it's not a bad skill to have.
yeah, that's what I was doing last night. And the other thing that I did was after somebody was coming at me, I managed to crouch right when they swung, and their
Hmm,
first melee didn't stagger me. So then I'm just like tackle,
interesting.
and so yeah, so it was pretty good. So if you can
I'm
crouch
surprised
in
the stagger
time,
resistance is that high. Like, because I don't think maneuver armor, like even at level 2, would let you tank through a melee swing. So that's really
can it?
impressive.
I thought it did.
I don't know. I have yet to see a situation personally where I've been maneuver arming at somebody that melees and like I keep going. I've like to
Hmm.
my knowledge, unless I just never experienced it yet, I've never tanked a melee
Yeah,
swing with
melee
I
maneuver
and
armor.
wonder if
melee and shotties are supposed to be the things that interrupt that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna have to look then, because I wonder if what happened was, because I do this sometimes when people try to shotgun and then go in and they swing too
Hmm.
fast. So what it could have done is I was coming out of the stun animation, and I probably thought I just crouch
Oh,
tackled him.
you said
So
it build up immunity.
yeah, so I probably
Gotcha.
still had that, because if you swing too soon, that first hit won't stagger sometimes. You
Mm.
get in there too quick. So then your downswing normally get countered when that kind of thing happens. It doesn't happen too often. So I was like, oh man, dude, I just like crouched and tackled. So I don't know. We'll have to try that. Maybe test that one out.
Let me know. I
But
mean, if that's the case, that's like really powerful.
yeah,
Because like the only protection I've seen it like ignores a melee swing is like the transformation modes, and like I think flight mode can do it too. I've had one instance where I hit somebody in the air and it just kind of kept flying, but like I had a wave rider today and he just kept zooming on by.
oh my gosh.
Um, and biosensor activation can save you from a thing. So
Yeah, biosensor pretty OP sometimes. It can be clutch.
for real,
But yeah, so stabilization device, really good, potentially amazingly good. Well, stay tuned for more testing.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be able to intensify. Like, you also get bonus damage for crouching, kind of like the Juagu does too.
precision.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just
Precision
like
shelling.
more reason to be
The
just
Joag is in
squatting.
an interesting position just because it has that extra defense buff in the front too. So like,
Yep.
I think there's a match where a Joagu had to face off against some stuff like that. I don't know if it was in your customs yesterday or what, but like, actually, it wasn't doing too bad because it was able to just brunt all those hits.
Oh yeah. Like
Just put your head down.
I don't know if it was the same one, but there was a few Dragus played around that cost. They're a pretty solid suit. It did pretty well in ranked actually when it was 350.
Mm.
Not one to just completely laugh at.
It's a good one for breaking through that maneuver armor on crouch too, just because it has the
Oh yeah.
consecutive hits.
And they actually you can actually get 2 staggers with its full clip if you stop at the right time. If you know you're going to hit them with your shells, you can stop firing and then wait, and then do it again. But yeah, stabilization device pretty cool. Precision shelling. So you're pretty much like crouching is kind of what this thing's meant to do a lot of times. So get some cool.
Yeah, 5% bonus damage.
Get some cool plays with it, yeah, and the damage is nice. That's like having what firing program 2? Yeah, another firing program level 2 on your suit when you crouch. No big deal. But yeah, and then quick boost, which is pretty nice, I guess. You want to jump? I don't know. Oh my gosh, I like,
Don't worry, they'll give it leg shock absorber.
Yeah, we'll get
when
leg
it's not
shock
fighting.
absorber next time. Yeah, when it
Oh,
needs
no.
it would get that on its nerf though, right? Because this thing doesn't need a buff. But yeah, overall though, its base stats 27 ballistic resistance. It's kind of insane. I mean, if you look at the suit, it makes sense, right? But
Real quick too, just to touch on the airframe fixing device skill, it works in space too. It's not like for people like people may not have remembered or realized or remembered, but when they made the recent adjustments to space, they gave you the crouching bonus when you're completely stationary. So if a suit that can be in space has that skill and you're stationary, you get the benefits like you're crouching. Um, for airframe fixing device. So you just get to stagger resistance and stuff like that when you're stationary.
which suits have that?
In space, good question. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious now. Do we have to look at this?
I'm just looking at the description of the skill, and it specifically mentions space.
In space. Good.
Space.
Stationary. Yeah, okay, you know what? I bet I know which one. I'm gonna go with the Pell Rider Gatling. Whatever it's actually called.
Juagu. Catapult that being into space. It'll be
Space
okay.
type. Oh my gosh, it's just a Pell Rider space type. I feel dumb.
Yeah.
Force injector. No, it doesn't have it. Figured it would. I mean, I know you get the damage
Honestly,
up.
can't think
Does
of
it
any.
stack though, or does just all space
Well,
specialization get it? Is that just what it means?
Well, that's just for airframe fixing. That's the one that makes your stagger rate go down
Oh,
or
okay.
give you stagger resistance. Not the 5% damage boost for crouching. That one's just when you're crouching on ground.
Okay. So
There's a link to the detector kit we were talking about earlier.
See, yeah.
It's
Let's
a,
camp
killer
free
on
with the
there.
blue.
Yeah, it really does. I like that.
Interesting. So what does it say in a semi-transformable suit? The detector is where it transforms into a bipod and fires.
Yeah, I
It is a
guess you
nice
can
touch.
say that.
Well, Lotus is saying that it actually
Oh, okay.
it
So it
actually is
actually
modular.
changes.
It
Yeah,
changes.
that's what. Yeah. So it actually changes. Sorry, I didn't read all of it, but yeah, when you crouch, you can actually get out as a pilot and see it change. That is cool.
That's cool.
Okay, we might do that real quick. But I've got it up. But I'm serious. You, you've taught me a new skill, or said that there's a new skill. I love learning things about this game. I'm just really confused as to what. Yeah. Like, I definitely have not practiced what I've preached. My bad, guys. But what would have it? Oh, I know what might have it. Oh my gosh, if it has it, I'm done. I quit. The abomination suit. They got 2 levels that Chad got.
Gun cannon too.
Yeah. Glide structure. What's it called again? No, that's the gimbal.
Airframe fixing device is what the Google Translate has it up as. Just check the Dom Barrage. Does not have that skill. No.
We might need Chad's help for this one. Okay, I'm gonna go with the bishop.
But
maybe the bishop has it.
I'm not sure. But
Oh well.
just to kind of get off. I didn't mean to derail it with that thing. I was more just pointing out it also had a space function. But it doesn't have it, Chad, or it does not have it, Magnum. Sorry, you just said Chad. I was looking at the gun can too. It does not have it. No need for Chad to check. Thank you, Chad. But no, I do think that the suit is looking good. Like I think it can tow up with generals. Melee priority is weak. No big surprise there. It's a support. The counter is just a standard push down, so you'll just kind of club somebody over the head and put their nose in the dirt.
Oh yeah.
The melee correction is this is funny. 100% for neutrals, 75 for sides, and 130% on the downswing, which before the changes was the exact same as the Hyakushiki.
Which is super goofy.
I know.
Yeah. What's the? Well, I mean, we'll get to the Hyakushiki here in a minute. But yeah, overall, suit's really good. Let's go see it transform real quick, and yeah. I mean,
let's see. While you're doing that, I'll just read more stuff about the unit stuff.
There you
go. So yeah, like you kind of touched on, the main beam rifle has an 85% heat rate, so you can get 2 shots, and it takes 13 seconds to recover, and you can fire a second shot after 3.5 seconds. Let's see. The underrail grenade is a single shot, so it's very similar to like MMP80 and stuff like that. The range is pretty short though; it's only 150, so you definitely want to make sure you use that as a close stun option. It's actually relatively short. I wonder if the MMP80 is that short too. That's interesting. It does use a strengthen blow, so you're able to blow with force if you do happen to find yourself in a melee
enhanced
situation.
blow. Okay. We're crouching. Getting out.
Let's see. Secondary.
Oh, holy
the
shit.
secondary cannon is 90%. Is it changing?
Like what I was calling the cod pieces on the ground.
So I'm looking at it myself. Oh, you're I won't say what I'm thinking here, but
using his third leg, putting it to good use.
Yeah, man.
Well, since Gustav went there, I was actually going for something different, but yeah. So it does that. Is that the only part that comes out?
Yeah, I think that's
Just
the only thing that transforms, though.
That's a big little thing, though. Can you go inside of it?
What, like hide in the...
As a pilot? Go from the front. Oh. No, it isn't.
We're in first person mode now. Oh.
Don't get crushed when somebody steals your mobile suit. Just get caught in
you
get caught in the cod piece as you
oh no, I think I broke
open it back up. No.
I can board?
Oh, no.
Wait, I can't board. What happens when I run out of boost? I can't boost either. Well, my flying's about to run out. Okay, we're out. We're safe. But yeah, that was kind of funny. Okay, here we go. See what happens. Although this is 200 calls, so I'm probably gonna one-shot this thing. Yep. Oh well, imagine. Yeah, okay, so I did that wrong, but then you swap and then kick or punch. Okay, I'm bad at the game.
It's all in your mind. If you want to test me, I'm sure you're fine.
Okay, here we go. I got
Rappa.
boom,
Shot Master
boom,
Onion.
boom, boom. I know. Dang it! I've been doing that way too much. Yeet.
Oof.
So
Yeet.
and then yeah, that's overheated. So you have to. Can you get? Actually, that's a good test. Let's just do this to solve this problem. Yeet. Okay, yeah, do that. Never mind. Don't use the shoulder gun. But I'd say still keep the shoulder gun on it. Just combo it like this. And so when you need to swap to it at range, you can just do that. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's probably still good for extra pressure, but
yeah. Yeah, the beam cannon is just too good, dude. Like that's I mean, obviously this is 200 cost, but still 4,000 damage. But how do I get out of this? Don't do this too often. There we go. But yeah, anyway, the beam resistance is 20, but its melee resistance though, and here's where its weakness is 7.
yeah.
Oof.
Considering the debut we were talking about in Unicorn, that seems accurate.
Pretty much.
That thing gets clapped at close range.
So, yeah, with all the range boosts and stuff, 65. That is,
Oh,
I mean,
I was gonna ask, like, if you max it out, what's it like? But that's pretty nice.
yeah, like, so, but again, its ballistic defense is crazy. So if you're fighting anything that's shooting ballistic stuff, it
Don't
is
worry about it.
really good.
Yeah, it's a good base. You're like halfway to cap, essentially, even at level 1 and a little bit more. So at level 2, it's not
Yeah.
bad at all.
But anyway, yeah, we can go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is do we want to hit? I mean, we kind of mentioned the Hyakushiki. Do we want to talk about the Hyakushiki before we talk about the new GPO levels and stuff?
So I'm down. We can do that.
So the melee, what is the new melee?
I'm trying to figure that out. What that
percentage?
means.
Well, they buffed the downswing, is what they did.
I can tell you. They increased it by 20%. They added 10% melee correction or melee damage adjustment for each hit. So it's overall a 20% damage increase.
Which is good.
Which yeah, I'll take it.
I feel like that's another suit
higher.
where you kind of lead up with the downswing more often than not. So
yeah, so that gives you 150.
I wouldn't mind just the melee on it in general.
I mean, what was it before? 130, right?
130, yeah.
And now it's
150.
Is that for both hits individually, or is that
right? So it's 10% for each hit. So it's 65% per hit before. Now it's 75. Just to give some context, G-Line Assault has 180% on its downswing single hit. Red Gundam Gunner Unit 5 is at 130. So it has more than that now, so that should be notable. I think the beam saber has kind of covers that some, because like even looking at that, the strength of beam saber is like 2100. Let's see, Hyakushiki. Where is it? 25. That should be pretty notable. You'll be hitting harder. So when we get both hits, you'll be hitting harder than the Red Gundam.
The Red Gundam.
Let's see.
I just still feel like it. I mean, so
I
how's
haven't
it
played it
moving
yet, so
back and
it's hard to
forth
say.
though? When it moves left and right and retreating, that's always kind of okay, I guess. But left and right is a big deal because then that's essentially your dodge when you're trying to like outbox somebody.
Right.
Yeah, like dodge and
So
circle strafes. So
yeah, so like the strafing thing is a pretty big quality of life. Double dodge roll. Yes, please. Thank you. Like if it's not gonna have the damage, it needs to have the
yeah,
utility.
he's just gonna wait there.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
So now it has double dodge roll and level 2 maneuver armor, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. So that's
Get that 10%.
so now it actually fits into the G3 type scenario where it's like utility. Like actually the dodge roll added to the G3, I've been seeing some gross G3s out there now. Like I'm actually scared of it. I used to be like, well, I'm gonna bully you. And now I'm like, no, please don't be a good one. So like they've been getting in there now. It's kind of scary.
And just a second saying, so the actual list of adjustments was they upgraded the emergency evasion, so
Yeah.
it's level 2 now. The
Two dodge
strafing and
rolls.
backwards movement has been increased. I'm actually not sure by how much though. The Japanese wiki doesn't really quantitate it. It just says like 100% forward, good percent for left and right, and bad percent for back. So it doesn't really say
Oh,
by how
Very
much.
I've got
descriptive.
the English one. I'm trying to pull up right
Is
now.
it? Gotcha.
Yeah. So again, right when the English stuff came out, it was ready to go. Or right when the update came out, it was ready to go, which was really cool. Again, they're on the ball with that so far.
That's what's up. I like it.
Well, do you think? I don't think the patch notes will say either, right? I feel like with that stuff, they just say.
probably just
Oh
say the
yeah,
same
yeah.
thing.
They don't say the percentage. Yeah, it's just but increased speed when moving sideways and retreating.
I'd love some more numbers from the devs. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why they keep that stuff hidden.
I think it's because then people would actually be like, "This suit is definitely the best on paper, so you only use this." Like
Yeah,
where
there'd
some of
definitely be some
it's
min-maxing, I think, for sure.
yeah. So which I mean there already is essentially, but it's like
Yeah, because people
Meta.
still quantify it, so
yeah.
you're not gonna stop that. It's
For
a
sure.
competitive game.
Yeah, that's kind of what they should just put the numbers out there because I mean, most of it's already like available. They might as well just add it to the game. Maybe they want to overwhelm our players with too much information on the screen. You know, like how in Hearthstone they felt that having more than like 8 decks would be too confusing for players.
Kind of
All
weird.
these numbers, yeah, all these numbers will confuse everyone.
Which is funny because like games like War Thunder Double Down are like, no, you can actually just look at your armor ratings and all these different views on the main menu if you want.
Yeah.
You don't even have to use mods for that anymore. You can just do it built in the game.
They just let you toggle it. Like maybe people don't want the stats. Like it defaults as not being on.
Yeah, and then you just
Or
put it on
something.
the side.
Huh.
Yeah, you can just opt to toggle it on and off. That'd be cool.
That'd be kind of
That
cool
way you
actually.
can catch both sides.
Or just
pretty well.
literally put it in the notes so you can just know the difference
That'd be nice too.
flat out.
But yeah, I mean,
But
we've already
as
kind
far
of
as like gameplay,
yeah. I was gonna go ahead.
yeah. Oh, I was just gonna talk about it too. I think this will help out the Yakushiki. Being harder as a raid is always nice because you really need to get in and get out and do as much damage as possible. And it'll be interesting. I'd like to see how big of a deal the strafing is going to be. Double dodge roll is always nice. Being able to have a potential backup escape, assuming you haven't like rushed somebody down for maneuver armor and you don't get the second roll anyway. In a situation where like you'll probably see Yakushikis maybe walking a little bit more, so they can conserve their boosters to get that second rollout. But it'll definitely be noticeable. I think you can potentially expect to see the Hyakushiki again. It'll be interesting though, because I think the plant's probably still strictly better.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
I
But
agree.
it's at least a step in the right direction.
It's been interesting seeing the Gaplant like
They're
actually.
not strictly better. The hitbox is bigger, and that's the one downside. But it's mostly good. It's mostly better, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Sans beam resist and hitboxes.
Mhm.
the shoulders take less damage, which is decently noticeable as a support player. That is. So,
Mm-hmm.
trying to think. Well, we don't
Yeah,
have.
give me
I mean,
1
it's a
second.
550 though. So, what else? I don't know. I still take the GPO2 as well over it. Just saying. What do you think about that one? Oh, whoops.
Where'd he go?
Did you say just a sec?
I think
I
so.
turn to look. I have the notes up right here in front
Were
of
we
me. So
talking
you
about?
guys.
Are we talking about the Gaplant, or are we talking about something else?
We're talking about the
The Shiki.
Hyaku Shiki and maybe the Kaplant being better than it, and then my next question was, is the GPO2 I would say is just better than the Hyaku Shiki as well.
Yeah, I mean, I really like my Shiki just because it's very responsive.
Yeah.
It gels with my gameplay style a little bit more when I'm doing raid because I just like to be able to react better. I had to put a lot of extra
Yeah.
shit on my O2 just so that it could actually move the way I wanted it to. And that leading with
think,
the shield is nice. I think it has a
Mhm.
strong presence because
Right.
people don't want to contest that shield. And if they don't have a good angle on you, then they're going to be a bit wary to get in there. They don't show that much respect to the Shiki for sure.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Emblem. Would you say what would I mean? Do you think the O2 is also better than the Shiki? I mean,
I think it comes down to kind of like how you play. I think some of the new stuff is starting to somewhat edge out the GPO2. Personally, like I don't think it's lost its spot. If anything, like just like the Vulcans as a or like a solid backup stun option. Um, like it's not instant gratification like the zap and splat
yeah,
is on the Hyaku Shiki, but like it's not bad. The shield makes it like pretty awkward in most cases to get a stun, especially with latency included. You'll think you're hitting their shoulder and it's like shield hit or whatever.
yeah,
So I mean there is that. Like I think it's up in the air between like if you want to be like kind of slow and steady aggressive,
Mhm.
where you kind of just pressure people down, or if you want to kind of be essentially like the red version of a general, which is kind of what the Hyakushiki somewhat does. It's like it's no frills, just stun, melee kind of stuff. And granted, there are a lot of suits that do that, but it doesn't have any extra gimmicks. Like there's no exams, um, or anything like that. It's just like straight bread and butter, insta stagger like melee stuff, which I guess the GPO2 does to an extent, but it does have the like big long range piercing charge cannon, and flight control and stuff like that. So I think it kind of depends on what exactly you're wanting to do.
yeah. That's true.
But like strictly better, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I think they both have their merits. So it kind of comes down to what you're trying to do.
I would say with a double dodge roll, like my opinion of it
Mm,
is definitely higher. I mean, the play style doesn't fit me with the Hyakushiki at all. I've tried to do the trial
right.
thing, and you don't want to see me. You don't want to see that. Gross. We need to delete that VOD. But yeah, but
Delete this.
yeah. So the Shiki, I'm just kind of I want it, but I'm probably not gonna play it. Actually, I kind of don't want it, then it's gonna get requested.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
I think you could manage pretty well in it though. I think it wouldn't be
probably,
too
yeah. I
bad.
mean, it would be practice, but it's just one of those things I'm just like, oh man, no.
You
But
think about all the other stuff you could do in your other suits, or
yeah.
even the
Mhm.
O2. How
Well, and
has
now
your
that
O2 runs been?
oh yeah, they're so good. Yes,
Yeah.
good. Yes.
I guess that is a very Bane-like suit. This is so damn big. Just breaking backs with its shield.
for real though, like I'm just okay. Now I will say the Mark II having the same priority as you is actually a pain though. Like I used to play it
Yeah.
on a friend's account when he first got it. I was like, "Ah, this is my favorite suit." So I had to. I would like visit just to play it. So I'm just like,
Nice.
back then when it first came out, no contest. Like it was just gross. Like I'd be like, I've got melee priority charging through everyone, and it was just gross. Now I can feel the Mark II. I will say that is the only
We
thing
all
that
can.
scares me. Yeah. So Mark II needs another nerf. Just saying.
It really does. That one nerf was nowhere near enough.
No, it's 5% damage. That's like, oh no, I do 200 less damage out of this 4,000 swing. No big
It's like the
deal.
damage wasn't even the problem. It was just the priority and the kind of shit that it was able to contest
I
for
mean,
like nothing.
if they would get rid of the priority, they could give the damage back. I would take
Yeah,
that.
I wouldn't mind that. Like fuck, because then you got to fight for that shit.
Yeah.
You got to actually score those hits.
Right.
Right now, I mean, that's pretty much the biggest issue. Now the Shiki has something over the Mark II. Because all the Shiki was essentially a raid Mark II that did less melee damage, essentially.
Yeah, which is fucked.
And it's like, what? And now with the double dodge roll, it has something up over it. So now you could take that in as the raid. And then they also give it a little more damage. So it definitely does more damage to supports than the general. So again, I guess really the main problem is here is the Mark II needs nerf, not really the Shiki needs a more buff. I mean, I
because I mean,
wouldn't
literally now it
disagree with
has
more buff, but
literally now it has a mulligan whenever it gets nailed by the Mark II for stun.
yeah. So I like that. It's good. And they should do that for more raids, like the Tetra, for instance.
Yeah, I mean
Just
that should
saying.
have been something they did for raids out of the box,
Because I
just
would
across
say
the board.
the Tetra and the Shiki were both bottom of the barrel for 550 for me. And now like Tetra's been buffed. Gun's cool. I tried it.
If they were to change something else, like what more do you think it would need after that?
I'm just give the Tetra a double dodge roll. It's supposed to have crazy maneuverability.
Yeah,
Like, give it a double
yeah, I
dodge
could see
roll.
that.
Like,
make it more strong. Give me a Tetra.
It's literally like just a Gundam, any fucking way.
Like
if the
I like
Alex
this.
didn't have
Let's buff raids more. I those will be the easiest tickets I've ever spent when it comes out. Kobe, you taking notes?
it was like, yes, keep saying this. Yes, you support
improve my
main.
raids. Yes,
You support main will like fear me once this goes through. You're gonna regret your words. I'm like,
I want to see
I'm like,
Maniac and
maybe.
Tetra once they do that buff. Like, holy shit.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like for real though, it's funny when you like really like a suit and make it good, and then it gets buffed, and then you're just like,
it's actually just good now. Let's go.
Like, yeah, it's the I'm now a god situation in a suit feels really good.
The funny thing is that remember when we were talking about the raid buff in general, and a lot of people were bitching because they thought that's what was going to happen. And then you go into these higher cost matches, and it's like, okay, we see more G3s. All the other ones, not so much.
Yeah.
It wasn't the big sweeping like tonal shit that people were like afraid of. Just because some of these guys are still actually good with these suits, it just means they're good.
Yeah, some adjustments they made were like
about them regardless of what they're running, probably.
Yeah, like I think like Akai got it. Akai got really good.
Akai got crazy good.
G3, like actually notably got impacted. I really don't see a rise in Gan. Really, like even with the adjustments, like the hide bombs are notable. Like just increasing the speed makes like setting up them a little bit better. It's actually pretty nice.
Anybody that doesn't have a dodge roll though, I mean, you already kind of deleted them, but now you definitely delete them because the downswing is just like
right
4,000, 4,000, 4,000. You know, it's just like okay, cool. They just got yeeted out.
They just wanted the yeah, they wanted the game to be a PVE god, is what it comes down to.
Speaking of
it definitely worked.
I was afraid that when I was like, did I accidentally say yeet? Where did Emblem go when you just disappeared there for a
It's like,
second?
oh no.
Me and Gustav both missed that. I think you said.
Yeah, sorry. I said something. I said I'm not feeling too good, Mr. Stark.
Oh no.
Shut the way.
I don't know if that snap went through, but if it did, that would have been cool because that was a very loud, nice snap. Those don't happen every day.
I heard a little bit.
Nice.
Just to like give you context too, the Gian's downswing correction is 65% per swing. So if you hit a fall 3, it's 195%. So it's
Gosh.
45% higher than the Heiaki Shiki in that regard.
And also the weapon itself does like 2,000-3,000 damage on the weapon. Gross. I don't remember what it is right now, but I still have it up. Like, here we go. But yeah, the so as far as raids, I guess it's kind of turned into more of a raid discussion. I would say at 550, and especially if they're going to move all these into 600, right?
Yeah,
you know
eventually.
they're going to. So like, and by the way, the weapon damage at level 3 is 3,080 on the Gin.
Nice.
That's gross. Really gross. But
Nice,
yeah.
nice. Yo,
Oh yeah, and the
600
full armor.
yen.
Oh my gosh. No. I mean, yes.
Put that up against
a full armor Gundam too.
Put that up against a 600 detector and let's see what happens.
So full armor Thunderbolt is another one in the raids. It's better for shooting your weapons, and once you get the hang of it, it's pretty smooth to shoot deal damage, right? Now that I've gotten used to shooting. But the biggest thing, and I didn't realize it was this bad, but yeah, even with the field motors,
yeah, that shit sucks at turning.
Like, I was like, okay,
so bad.
The field motor made it feel better, but then I went against actual like A- to A+ people when I queued into space, and I'm like, I'm not ready for this. I'm not this.
It's like the oil in the field motors for that thing just like gunked up, and now it just can't turn.
Yeah.
So fuck power steering on that thing.
So
something just came to mind. What do you guys think about the idea? Like, let's say like the Hyakushiki turns out like the adjustments still weren't good enough. So what would you guys think about them actually kind of, because like at first I was like, well, maybe be too strong for to do something like this, but like maybe with them like adjusting stuff and biosensor giving you kind of like immunity or something like that. What do you guys think about the idea of them like actually making particular like parts of suits, like maybe not necessarily them having eye fields in the game, but like say the beam coating, for instance, on the Hyakushiki, maybe have like a global timer where every time like you get like for your first beam shot that you take, it like negates it. Or something like or something along those lines, like greatly reduces the damage or something.
I feel
like
in a more simulated game, I mean, you could even talk about angling at that point, but like it'd be cool. Like if the coding was more of a skill that would just deter like you naturally had high beam resistance, but like you could actually just glance shots like that. And that coding would actually wear off over time. That'd be kind of neat.
But is that a case where like wouldn't it be like too strong? I mean, you have like on command iframes with Hades, exams, and the Demon Blade system. You have transformable mobile suits and flight type suits that can activate heavy stagger resistance on the fly. Granted, incremental stagger knocks it out like pretty quickly. Do you, like you really think that
both of those
having like negation to
situations
one
also
stun
need
when
both of those abilities mean that you have to time it pretty well too, though. Because I've seen people pop
there's a little bit of
and
access
get
on the player
killed for it. And then, they got rid of the iframes on takeoff, so like people are still getting pieced up when they like try to panic and run. When you have a little bit of time to just like, go in a corner, Superman up, and then just do what you got to do, then yeah, totally. Then that's fucked up. This seems a little bit more reactive on the spot, and if anything, more suits should probably have stuff like that anyway. especially if
Well,
it
I just think
deteriorates over time. Like, I wouldn't mind that. There has to be a stipulation, right?
well,
Okay,
true, but
I got it.
like, go ahead, Magnum.
So you have so you know how we can paint suits.
Mm-hmm.
They've already got that kind of slider in the game to go from shiny, not so shiny.
Right.
So what if it naturally had a shiny coating and it would call beam coating or whatever as the skill,
Mm.
and while you have it, you are resistant to beams up to a percentage. Like it gives a bonus like
Stagger
20%.
resist kind of thing.
Well, I was gonna say straight up 20% damage or something like that. And then as you get hit with ballistic shots, it goes down to 0.
Okay.
Because it would fuck up the coating or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and so ballistic shots would be the counter to the Shiki, and then once it goes down to 0, then you have, that you might even have less beam resistance than it already has. So you nerf the beam resistance a bit, but then you have this beam coating. So
Yeah.
you give
Right.
it more beam resistance than it already has, but then if
Because
something like the
like
Dom Barrage is
looking at
shooting
it,
it, then it goes down.
looking at its raw resistances, like its ballistic is moderate, right? I'd say 22 is pretty good. It still has the type disadvantage for most shit that would probably be hitting it like that. But it would also give the MLRS something to shoot for, just to
And
try to chuck all that off.
there you go. That's
But
another
Right.
one.
even with the beam resistance, like I guess how far down would it be reduced because of that damage? Would we say just like half? Like would it just
Half seems a
match
little much.
the?
I mean, if it's like 20%, like Magnum's talking,
Mhm.
I'd probably say like you would want to cut off at most 10 points.
What's its
Right. So
normal
like in
beam
the
resist?
30s somewhere.
What's its
What was
natural?
that, Magnum?
What's its natural beam resist?
Natural beam is 40.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we bump it down to we bump it down to 30 and give it that 20% cap, maybe, or
So
maybe
yeah,
even
I
bump it down a
mean
little
that'd be
bit
interesting
lower.
too.
It,
Like even a resistance kind of thing would be good. The only reason I like the idea of the like first beam stagger negation is like most suits have multiple staggers. Like it kind of just touches on my thing about the like maybe even like they don't need to give the Hyakushiki the second dodge roll. Like maybe that's a little bit too much with something like that. But it fits into the flavor of the suit. Like it gives you an advantage in 1v1, which I think raids should by default, like I've said before, be like kind of 1v1 style masters for the most part. I still think that if you run to a raid 1v1, even as a general, it should be like kind of a somewhat fair match. Let's say like a shotgun or something.
Mhm.
Um, but like, because I mean, if there's multiple stuns, like or multiple generals around, which as the raid, you generally find yourself in situations where you're kind of being accosted because you're trying to push the support. And I mean, in most cases, when you're rushing them, like gun cannon 2, and like it doesn't have to necessarily be a stun; it just negates the first beam shot. So like you push a mud rock or a full armor Gundam, they just like multi beam fire you, eat up your armor, and it's gone. So like it didn't even like stop a stagger, just prevented a little bit of damage. Like I don't know, I feel like it wouldn't be quite as busted as you might think. It would just require a little bit more focus on the raids, but it wouldn't be like inherently broken. And I mean, even if they did something like that, they could still like reduce the overall beam resistance since you're essentially like 100% negating a single beam shot. And like, let's just say it's once during a life or something instead of it having like a refresh or
Mm.
something like that. Like I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it would make the Hyakushiki broken to me. It would just kind of like it would essentially be kind of like having a dodge roll to like a free dodge roll to lasers. And it wouldn't be like again, it wouldn't be like too crazy to me.
here's my kind of first thought, and then so
Mm.
I was first gonna say, then how do we know when it's up or down? But the thing is, you don't know when
Well,
the
I just do the
maneuver
shiny
armor is
thing.
up or down either, really.
Right. Yeah, and there's that
So,
too.
like,
But there doesn't need to be an indication,
yeah,
honestly.
because I mean, they've already kind of set a precedent with how maneuver armor works. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I could deal with that. Like, you see your first shot, be like, they might need to put a new little indicator that says your laser got fucked.
Well, we'll
or
just say
something.
resist. Yeah, it would just say resist. Like they already have something for it.
I mean, I would say maybe a different color or something that actually is
Shoot,
like,
you would know. It would say resist, and there'd be a 0.
yeah, like a giant 0 or
And-
something for the damage. So yeah.
Yeah,
And
like
you
that
would
would
know.
still come up.
But yeah, it's like I could deal with it though. I could deal with that.
But
That
like Gustav, what you're saying is fair. It's just like I'm just thinking of a scenario where like the underappreciated raid is doing their job and pushing the support, and then 1 to 2 generals, like, or even if it turns into like a you versus general and support kind of setup, like that thing's gonna last like a second, and then you're back to taking normal shots. Like it essentially lets you do your job. Like the biggest thing, like if you somehow still have it by the time you get on the support, like most of the time you're getting staggered because somebody shoots you in the back. It kind of lets you finish up what you're doing, and then like you're just fighting the general at that point on normal terms or something like that. While the supports, if he's not already dead, is getting back up. I don't know. I don't think it'd be. I think it'd be like pretty fair. But I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I could.
But
I
like
could deal
what
with
you
that.
said, Magnum would be good too.
Yeah, one of those. I mean, pretty much the main thing is I'm trying to think of a way that they, with mechanics that they already have and cool stuff that they could show with the tools that they've pretty much got in the engine already. That's kind of what I was thinking of. Which also the stagger resist thing would work too.
Right.
That wouldn't be too bad. Again, like you said, if it comes down to a 1v2 or sorry, yeah, 1v2 or 1v3 situation, you're probably going to be running anyway.
Right. Because I mean the GOG isn't broken. And it has like if you don't do incremental stagger on it, it completely ignores every type of stagger,
Yeah.
including melee. And I mean, like it's not like inherently broken. It's really good in 1v1s, which I think the Hyakushiki would become.
So
But
here's
like I think it'd be a good touch.
one thing real quick on the raid, and then we can kind of get back on the
And then the
topics
camper
list.
would dunk on it. But go
Oh
ahead, yeah.
yeah, it would.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh. But yeah, like one more thing too. A friend of mine, I was trying to get him into the game. I know he plays a lot of stuff like League of Legends and Dota and stuff like that. So I was trying to explain to him kind of what the game is and telling him about it. And he was like, "Okay, cool." And I was like, "So the raids, they're kind of like assassins because the support is more of your DPS, and the blues, the generals, they're kind of like your front line. I mean, they can also do DPS or kind of be stun machines depending on which one you have. There's some pretty unique ones. You can pretty much look like a support essentially as them as well and do some different
Right.
things like that." And he's like, "Oh, cool." So blue, the generals kind of can slightly specialize one way or the other, kind of. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And then normally you're normally the front line getting in there. And he's like, okay. And
Right.
then he's like, so the raids are kind of like assassins. So are they a lot of high skill cap? And I'm like, kinda. But then the point that we started talking about was like, and I was like, oh, that would be interesting if they actually kind of, where you're saying win 1v1s. Because if you look at like League of Legends, for instance, you got like Zed, like bouncing all over the place with the shadows and stuff, right? Doing some crazy things like that, and then you just like, you hop in, take out the person, and then skillfully escape.
Right.
And that's kind of what I think when I would play the BD2 back in the day. Like it would be like, oh no, I'm a support. The BD2 is gonna get me, and then I had nothing I could do. The BD2 would just get past everybody somehow, like downswing me, and then that was it. And this would be like, I mean, the BD2s had to be good. Like you couldn't just really get in there. I mean, you could get in there and kill somebody because you just have the damage, right? But like then him getting out with the 2 dodge rolls and exam on and maybe staggering somebody else and meleeing somebody and then running away. That's where the skill cap came in. And
Right.
when we had slower suits around 400, the BD2 was a beast, and that was the staple assassin role, and that's why I started calling raids assassins in the first place. Is because you could get in there with that suit and then get out. So
yeah, right, for sure.
that's what I think we need to see more of the raids, and that's why I like this double dodge roll change.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying the
It gives
Tetra
it
needs
more
it.
ways to escape. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think we need to give them more ways to escape, even though that's pretty much a death sentence for what I play. But the thing is, if you're working together as a team, which it is a team game, so hopefully, you know.
It's our daily disclaimer.
Here's a
Team-based
pile of
game.
salt. But anyway. But yeah, if it works out, then I wouldn't mind them having that double dodge roll and kind of give them more tools like that to get in and out. And using the GOG as an example, the GOG though is insanely slow. So there is that problem with the GOG. But that's why like I've been calling the ACT guy a GOG that can move, but dies really quick.
That maneuver armor helps out though.
Like,
it definitely feels more like your comparison with maneuver armor.
Well, and then you can get up to like someone has one that was like 20,000 health or something like that, with all the health parts on.
Oh, it's like the ACT guy? No way. You thought it was a GOG there, right?
No, the ACT guy.
Level 4, I guess.
Level 4 ACT guy with 20,000 health. But that's 350. That's the same cost as the GOG with more HP.
Wow, those buffs are nutty.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's pretty. But then you look at the aggro guy and it's pretty much the same stats. So all I'm saying.
You said very loud. Oof.
That's nasty.
Tastes my medicine.
Could you guys even hear that? I think the stream heard it. Nope. Okay, cool. Good thing that didn't come through. I was doing the little like mouth flap or whatever. You know, the guy who's like cream, ice cream, you know, whatever he's trying the ice cream or whatever. Like that.
I have no idea what you're talking about. No.
Okay. I'll link that video after.
Is it like the emote nut tasty? You probably don't know about it. It's a guy like licking his lips or whatever.
Maybe we're talking about the same thing. I don't know. But anyway, raid tangent I guess is over at this point. We've broke out the memes. But yeah, so yeah, anything else about the Hyakushiki or any other raid things?
I did my spill on it.
Do more.
Also, since Gustav invited me to do more, I was just gonna say, just in regards to like, I wanted to follow up on what you were saying a second ago about like the balance between the suits. Like, I still really like Ripping Lotus, like mentioned, giving supports a second tackle.
Yes.
And I actually think that would be a good idea. Like, it wouldn't break out of the whole you know, we can't make supports too maneuverable, like, you know,
no, this literally a stand your ground maneuver.
Yep.
And I mean, I think it could make sense because like I feel like a lot of supports are, you know, extra energy or whatever. So you can just equate that to like extra thrust so that they can do a second tackle.
Oh, like they have bigger generators. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So like that comes out as more thrust, which lets you not use as much when you do a burst of speed or whatever for your counter tackle. Like, and it would be raids on their toes. Like, really good supports can already like hold off a raid, but I mean, I think it would make it a little bit easier for lower characters. And I mean, when a Hyakushiki can tank a laser shot and not get staggered, and you know, we start getting all this new stuff, like it makes it a little bit easier for the supports to be able to hold their own.
But yeah, Lotus mentioned
or just give
yesterday.
Alice.
I was gonna bring that up too. He was mentioning that yesterday, and that was I like that idea. I mean, that would be great. And again, like you said, it fits in the lore. Come on, Bamco, let's go. Or GBO2
you know what?
Guys.
While we're at it, just make supports grapple suits. Anything that has blow should have a grab.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, just pick them up and throw them.
I still like the idea of a grapple ability where you just tackle somebody's on the ground and you literally just like pick them up and just smash them back down.
Yeah, just like give me
Like
a
I think that would be awesome.
It's double tackle, double counter.
just power
It
bomb.
essentially just like resets the like the downtime so your team can wail on them some more. But it'll be support only and like maybe one raid. So it gives the support reason like be in the front so they can like reset the cooldown for your teammates so you can murder that guy.
The scariest thing in games would just be being a support like towards you when you're on the ground. Like no, and it just picks you up. Bam. Not again. It is just getting scrapped on the floor.
You were cutting out, but you cut out at the part where you see a support just walking at you.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Like that'd be the scariest thing. Is just like because then you would just have someone pick you up and just reset it, and you're just getting scrapped by all these generals around you.
Oh, that would be. Oh, that's too gross.
That'd be hilarious. So I'd love that because like that would also encourage like frontline supports to be aggressive.
Oh yeah, full custom.
Which is more risk reward because like trying to get up to that suit to do the grab means they're probably gonna get knocked by a bunch of people because they know what's coming.
Right. I mean, you could bump into your teammates, which might mess it up. Like, it's not like
someone
you're just
from
gonna
downtown just like stuns you, like not today, bitch. Leave him alone.
Yeah. You see like top tier teamwork where like the generals like knock it down, they all like going for a swing, they just literally just all stop, separate, and
like
the support just like the support just like strolls up, like that JoJo swagger walk where it's like Dio walking up to like Jotaro. The support just walks up and just like scoops him off the ground. Yeah. And just smashes him right back in, and the generals just all downswing at once to just kill you. It's just Of course, this is the raid, by the way. Just for anybody that wanted the full story.
So yeah, the real quick though. Oh no, I forgot something about a support.
What happened?
I was gonna say one last thing before we get into the other stuff. Oh, hang on, it'll come back. It was the tackle. There we go. That's what I was like. The full custom in there, getting in there. Real talk. Please buff the downswing for the full custom. Please.
Yeah, like why give it combos and like
what is
something
the
more general when it's not going to be able to like do anything with it?
I mean,
like what is the point?
What is the percentage on that downswing? First of all, it's kind of clunky, but when you get it off, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna hit him, and then it's like, did I hit with only one? Did I hit with both? I only hit him for like,
it's like
1,000 damage. What?
Yeah, it's more satisfying when you score like downswings, just because it's more compact and like, now they're down and we can just have a pick on them. But it's not really you just bullying on them.
What is the percentage of its downswing? Because I feel like I do more damage on the. I mean, I was even doing this when I was trying to do the survival PvE stuff, and I was like, I'll take the full custom. Why not? It's got a shotgun that chunks. So
130. I mean, it has as much correction as the pre-nerf Hayakushiki.
So I'm guessing it's 130. And
it's actually the JP Wiki says 130 times 1. It doesn't classify it as 2 hits.
Oof. That's interesting.
Although that's just because it's one swing, though. That's just because it's one swing. It doesn't necessarily mean that both sabers are hitting. Well, although I think you'd have obscene damage if that was the case. Although I feel like that's how double sabers usually work.
Yeah,
they should do that just for the extra payoff, though.
The damage, right. Like I feel like I'm hitting him with a wet noodle. Like the what's the neutral? I feel like I hit like 3,000 on the neutral and like 1,000 on the.
Just hitting it with pool noodles that are shaped funky.
Maybe they do hit. Maybe they do hit separately then, because sometimes I feel like I hit kind of on the side, but like I'm seeing like only 1,000 damage pop up. Like it's like nothing, and this is like on a general, and I'm like, this just.
Are you doing? I'm guessing you're doing like no lead-in swing, just straight up.
No, I'm going like 3,000, 1,000. I'm just like,
what is depreciation? I don't think it's that much.
I don't know where the actual number is, but I'm slightly exaggerating here for all context. I don't know exactly. I'd have to pull up.
Magnum's over here like the numbers based.
But well played. But yeah, like, but yeah. So I am exaggerating that a bit, but it just feels so bad. Like, I mean, as far as what I'm talking about, I see their health bar just neutral chunk, and then oh come on, oh yeah, I'm gonna actually hit them. What?
It is really flaccid for the fact that they give you a controller and all that. Yeah, you can do it. Why would I do it? Other than just to score a knockdown because no one else can in the moment. Because you still got to fight with that priority too. It's not like it has like higher stuff on it.
Okay, I'm actually gonna go in and test this real quick in a free practice. But let's move on though to the we can go ahead and move on. So I just had to point that out. When we started supports, they get in there. And I'm like, yeah, man, I get in there with the shotgun and I want to swing. And then now I'm like, I kind of don't want to swing anymore, but I like the shotgun. I mean, it hits for like, for real though, on a support, I mean, on a general, you're hitting for like 2,000 something a shot with that shotgun, dude.
It's like a
You're
really
like,
aggressive
boom,
sneeze
boom,
now.
boom, boom. And I'm just like, yo, you just took 10,000 damage while you're laying on the ground, man. Feels bad.
Get fucking chunked on.
Oof.
So maybe that's the reason, because the shotgun's too strong or something. But yeah, but anyway, so next on the list, and I'll go ahead and bring that up on the thing as well. The GBO2 and the GBO1, we got 600 costs. And
Ooh, he's got that.
wait, where is it? Which one? This one right here. And also in this, just to mention them, the GM ground type level 1 and 2. That's the railgun from the clan matches, and we'll talk about clan matches here in a little bit. But the GM ground type is in, so 250 and 300. So we didn't have the 300 before. Now we do. That's kind of cool. I was not expecting that. But yeah. So what do we think about the new levels? Do we want to just go ahead and include the Jaeger in this discussion?
Yeah, I think so. I think just general new mobile suits added. Probably is fine. That makes sense to me.
Put new
Yeah,
600s up. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So what I think about it is that I have all. So I don't give a fuck,
You have
but they're
what?
awesome. I have all of these. Like so many of these updates for like the stuff they're including in the shops have like not applied to me at all.
Really? Wait. No, these are the new 600s for the lottery.
Okay.
Yeah, the GBO1, the 600 cost GBO1, the 600 cost GBO2, and the 600 Yogu Jaeger.
I really want the O2.
Okay.
I do too,
Here.
but I have not decided on the spin yet.
Man, I'm looking at my space match I just had with the full custom. Trying to see how much damage I'm doing. I have a double hit combo here. I'm watching slower speed. Probably should move it up some more. So, guy dodge
I'm actually
rolls.
hitting pretty solid. Maybe I'm just crazy.
Maybe he had someone that gets some crazy beam resist.
Maybe.
So the neutral did 24. I can't see the damage. Oh, okay. And the downswing on my end did 1277. With it being a follow-up hit. So it's about half the damage.
Oh, really? Okay, right now I'm struggling to actually hit with just one of the beam sabers. Trying to see if they actually hit separately. And when you hit full on, you actually do more damage than you hit with the neutral.
On the side. Yeah,
Yeah.
I may have like if it is two separate weapon hits, I may have had a glancing hit there because I was like underneath the guy pretty much.
Yeah, so you did hit him for like 1,200 or something that you said?
Yeah, I'm looking at it again.
Okay. So I'm not crazy. Because right now I'm struggling to hit this general with one, and I'm
446.
actually hitting
Then 1271. Yeah, it's about half the damage.
okay. But yeah, if you do hit, I'm hitting him right now, the general, for oh, there we go, 1,500. Okay. So yeah. it does hit as 2 separate ones, and so yeah, just make sure you hit with both. But if you don't, then it's wet and
Real.
noodle. So that's what I've been doing this entire time. Okay, so full custom, hit with both, which is kind of hard to. Oh wait, no. Oh, that's okay. That's what it is. Sorry, my bad. I just figured it out. I think. Only I think I hit his shield. When you combo, you do half. Okay, so that's what you're saying.
Well, yeah, you get depreciation and damage.
Oh my
the longer
gosh,
your
that's
combo
more than
goes on
half.
anyway.
That is way more than half.
I thought that's why you were asking for percentage, because per hit. Or did you think it counted for both
I mean, if you're doing the downswing though, just by itself, it's 130.
Yeah.
If you're doing the neutral 2 downswing, it's just garbage damage.
Is doo doo.
Yeah, that. Okay, so that's.
It would probably make it up for overall, though, right? Like, what's the two numbers together? Like in my example, it's like 37,000 damage. Or sorry, 3,700 damage, 37,000. We one-shot mobile suits. It's somewhere in the neighborhood like 3,700 damage. How much would you say you do with
Okay, so here I'm hitting a 500
as neutral by
equivalent
itself?
support with the neutral.
Mm.
I just did
Oh, I guess just the downswing,
2,370 or just
Right.
the downswing.
Mhm.
3,000. So
Yeah, so you're pushing out more damage by doing both at the very least.
yeah, but I mean it's not by much.
Well, how much? So do the downswing
Okay, so here we
as
go.
well.
I feel like I need to pull this up now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let me. Get this back over, and we'll put it up on the screen. Oh wait.
And pull up your side too.
Oh. Okay, by the way, someone just said they don't own the GBO2. Feels bad. I know the pain. It is one of my favorite suits. Okay.
Somebody get this man to level 2.
This up, take this down. Here we go. Okay. So just the downswing. So 3,000, and it's just a single hit. So there's no individual hits that I can tell. So there's 3,000 was at 81. And am I gonna?
Yeah, I think it's
I
81.
might not kill him. So here's both. 2,370 and 1,237.
I mean, that's almost like 1,000. That's like just about 1,000 more damage, right? I mean, that seems pretty relevant.
That's like 500. That's like 600 more damage. Because it's 3,000.
You said 27 the first time, and then it was the 1,200.
Wait. Whoops. Cut him in half. Okay, so
damn, I hate it when I say cut people in half.
2,000. Okay, well this one's easier math. So that's 3,000, 4,400 and like 10 or something.
Well, it must have been less on the support then. I must have just heard a round number.
So 4,410 on that, and then 3,770. So that's 700 more damage.
That's pretty relevant. So we can get both off.
Okay, so on the support again, 2,370.
23, okay.
So that's 3, 5, 3, 6.
Well, it's like 2,600 damage, just a round.
Yeah, so 36 to just a straight 3,000. So 3,600 to yeah, we'll just take off the 81. Actually, that brings it even closer. So I mean, it's 500 and like
some
40
change
damage, 540-ish.
Shoot, I'll take it.
I mean, I'll take the extra, but I mean, I
should be more.
I want more than that, man. I'm sorry, like that that just seems a little too weak.
Excuse me, sir. Your support deals just fine in melee. Support.
Shotgun. Support shotgun with 2 saber scythe, death scythe, hell, full custom.
You take your balancer and you like it, okay?
I mean, for real though, like, this combo is pretty legit. And then you just eat back and yeah, and have fun just nailing their legs with a shotgun. So I like it. Let's see if I can do this general. I'm gonna hit the shield with the downswing. I always hit the shield with the downswing. Okay, well they would have dodge rolled, but say they didn't have it. Say they already dodge rolled. You know. Yeah, dude. That is tasty. Just don't waste. The one thing I don't like about the assault shotgun, by the way, is just you can waste shots really easily. Okay, but we first scienced this though. We found out that look at he was like at a third health, man. You can't tell me that. Like, look at that. I full comboed him, and then I did the knockdown, and that still wouldn't have killed him.
I
don't
say
know.
though, like in a situation with this though, I mean, you should be leading with a beam shot before you
Oh
go
well,
in to
yeah.
help you push the extra damage in you.
I definitely should be, but still, like he was on like no health, and it was like, oh, you just got wrecked. I tickled you. Like that's my problem.
Just play to Zoc.
That's the answer.
You can meet people.
Why am I playing this at 500 when I could just play the Zoc and just like scoop to whoop with the Zoc?
I don't know why you're wasting your time, man.
Yeah, man.
Why we have this discussion?
The
Zoc
practice. We're going a new 600s. I already changed the topic. What am I doing? I'm sorry, guys. Oh man. Okay. So,
sorry, we're secretly trying to waste time. Gustav's over here waiting to do race cars or whatever in Yakuza, and me and Man are like, we gotta buy as much time until Final Fantasy VII comes out as possible.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Oh man,
already been on this for 2 hours, you guys. we are like 2+ podcasts in.
We got 3 more hours to waste.
The average time for a normal podcast isn't even an hour.
Oh man. Okay. Oh. Okay. So now, I lost it. 600 cost stuff and things. So, yeah. Okay. So what do we think about the GBO1 and GBO2? And also, I kind of want to talk about both the Jaeger being in there, but also the other suits that we've got added as 600, which is the Tetra, the Zommel, which we already talked about what we thought about them. But how do you feel about this being the roster that's coming up? I knew they would do it. Like, how soon? Like, I'm surprised they're doing it this soon, which I'm glad they're doing it this soon. But I'm surprised considering when we got the 550s, it was like, what are we getting? And then 10 weeks later, we got the Jaeger up to 550. And it's like, oh, wow, finally we got to support this 550, only it's one we've already had.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised that they did it. I'm just surprised that they're staggering out some of the later Stardust suits. Like, how much are they going to stretch out in terms of like suits that get bumped up?
Also, wait, what is our 550 support roster right now?
We don't have the MLRS. That's for damn sure.
Let's find out.
Well, no, 550 for 550 though. That's just the MLRS, the Jaeger.
Yeah.
The Zommel.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I don't want to say that's it, but that might be it.
Oh my. I mean, I don't think Raid's in much better shape.
It's in a I don't know. It's in a little
oh wait, no, that's right. They got the Hyakushiki and stuff. Never mind.
Shiki's
okay.
in there.
Yeah, never mind. So the Hyakushiki's in there. So.
Shiki, Gaplant.
GBO2, Gaplant now. Yeah. Where's our supports, man?
Support's kind of lacking
550
in this
600
cost range here.
Yeah, the next support they gotta come out with has to be 550 and 600 for real though. Now the MLRS, that thing is gonna be a beast. The Jaeger is a beast. So if we want to get the support talk out of the way,
the MLRS is already a beast.
Yeah, yeah, you could just take the 550 one into 600 and be like, sup.
Lamal, Wave Rider Vulcan.
Yeah, right. Oh, you're a Wave Rider.
People are finding out that you can just use your shoulder missiles for that shit too.
Oh yeah, that's
like
another.
They're having dudes like, you know how sometimes if you get a little too crazy with your jumps, you can like Goomba stomp people.
Yeah.
People who get too close to MLRSs like that are getting just like nailed out of the sky before they even like change their trajectory to aim at whatever you're trying to hit. So like fresh out of the back, and they're already getting nailed for bread and getting knocked out. It's pretty hilarious.
But let's see. So the O2 and the O1, well, real quick, I will say this: the Jaeger has crazy DPS, and if I ever get it, and I get the level 4 of it, oh, that's another thing. It's level 4. Real quick, let's talk about that. So yeah, let's do the Jaeger. I definitely want to talk about the Jaeger now. Now that I thought about the level 4 thing. Complex expansion slot level 2.
Yeah.
And range
What is it at
damage.
level 4?
And actually, does somebody have the enhancements that it already has at level 3? Somebody pull that up, because I accidentally just closed my stuff down. My controller went blue.
Is it? Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up now. Here we go. It doesn't. Well, no, the level 4 is not up on here yet. It's all level 1 through level 3. Does the level? So the level 4 does get level 2?
Well, from what somebody was saying in chat, I think yesterday. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he gets level 2 on all of it. So,
Okay.
but what
I haven't
are
seen it
the
yet, so I
different
don't know.
enhancements though? Does he get the range damage boost?
Yeah, it's propellant tank,
Versus
composite
thrust.
expansion part slot, beam armor reinforcement, and then 80 FCS, which I believe is the range one.
So
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, we get the level 2 versions of all those. That is kind of insane. So it's even faster with thrust. Got more beam armor, which that's just kind of cool. But the main thing, complex expansion slot 2, which is just 2 more slots on its crazy amount of slots that you just never will fill right now. Unless you have all the super armor parts and stuff. And then it gets even more damage. I'm just saying, if I get this thing, I'm gonna fully upgrade it, hopefully get its main weapon, and then I'm gonna take that into the Psycho Gundam fight, just wreck that thing. I mean, I'm already down to 2 minutes 30 seconds with the Jaeger level 3. So I mean, that's just a big deal. The level 4, so this thing's gonna be a beast, just not new. But at least we're getting them sooner than later. So
Yeah.
that's
like
my
if we're
main
not gonna
point.
get too much new stuff for that cost, then at least fill in the roster with what we already got.
Exactly.
And the more
Don't
people
take
run
too
the
much
Jaeger, the better them Hiyakushiki gets.
I can take that.
You had to get bombarded with Vulcan fire.
That would actually be kind of cool though. Back to what we were saying with like what I was saying with the 20%. You pull out the Vulcans on the Jaeger to deal with the Hyakushiki's extra beam resist, and then you beam them to death. Like that would kind of be a cool little interaction, right? I don't know. I'm just saying. Or even your stagger idea, right? What if you could get rid of it with like Vulcan fire? So for instance,
yeah, I
you
mean,
have like the GBO2 that could beam you, but then they're like, oh wait, he's got this, so I'll just Vulcan his thing till he's looks like he's rusty at that point, and then boom, like I think that'd be
Dude,
kind
the
of cool.
Jaeger would just laugh in 3-round burst. Like
Oh my
it wouldn't
God,
even
yeah.
be concerned.
Oh
It'd
yeah,
be
it'd be just like
Mal. Guess I'll just hit for 0
resist.
once.
Yeah, resist, hit. Oh, you stun. So fair enough.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I shoot with my spot gun first. Oh
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
you know.
Pew pew pew. Yeah, actually, see, that would be a cool cheese around it, right? You use just a spot
Right,
gun.
that's why I don't think it'd be another reason I don't think it'd be broken.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of good options to go
Because
around
the
it.
primary thing that it has to go up against has consecutive stun.
Yeah, I like it. I like this
Matter.
idea now. I like this stagger thing.
I bet you do.
Magnum's new high cost main is a Jaeger.
Well, I mean, it already is, really. I mean, that's like, it depends on the day. If I can aim, Jaeger all the way for support.
I feel you there,
if
man.
I can't aim, we're playing something else. I
Literally
don't
anything
know.
else.
Let's go with the Type B 500 cost in this 550 game.
Quick, grab my shrapnel bazooka.
Yeah, actually, that's no. If I can't aim, that's just about as bad. Really, but
GBO2.
I have it now. Yeah. No, for real though, man. Like I can't wait till once things start opening back up again and things happen, then I'm gonna finally finish building the thing, and then I'll actually have my GPO2 up behind me. That'll be cool. But
yeah, to get it back on track.
Yeah,
Gustav said
sorry.
something about run times, right?
yeah. Sorry, my bad. Tangent's OP.
No,
man.
my bad too. My bad too.
But yeah, so now the Jaeger really good, but I want something new. That's pretty much my take on it. You guys feeling about the same or?
Yeah, I'm ready for some more stuff. Like it's amazing that they've actually given us stuff weekly, but it's still just really weird that we didn't get this as like a higher end support for the detector.
I honestly, I'm hoping that they have another support next week, and it's actually transformable, and 550 and 600. I just feel like they're honestly what somebody in chat was saying. It feels like that they're probably arguing back and forth about how it should be, and should the supports even have transforming. And I'm actually kind of scared that we might not get transforming because of the whole
that'd be a
mobility
shame
thing. Like,
nah, those guys are like that mobile suit's already programmed into the game. Those guys are like troll face, like big old. If you data mine a game and you look into the support file for like, if it was support for next week, you just find a picture of a big old middle finger. This is a battle operation. I'll be like, "Fuck you, support players!" Like, that's the next. The base 600 cost suit is a big old middle finger to support players.
Honestly, though, I feel like this is why I'm kind of scared, because this support is so good.
Blue.
Oh gosh. But like this support is so good. I feel like this is like they're here you go. This is so good, so good. Don't worry. We're not gonna give you a flying one, but here, look how good this is. It's like
it's 3 instant stuns.
They're trying to already apologize with this crazy overpowered support instead of giving us what they can't decide on. And I kind of feel like that might be it. They can't figure out how they want to balance it, is honestly probably what's holding it back. So real talk though, I think they're just having trouble figuring out what they want, and they're like, well, we've already had this planned. Okay, put that one in. So we'll see, but I don't know. I'm scared that the support 600 isn't coming for a while. But
I think for this discussion, we need our guest on the next episode of Downtime to be Director Kobe. Could you reach out to him?
That'd be pretty amazing.
That would be like the coolest thing ever, dude. Not gonna lie. Holy balls. But yeah, but for real though, yeah. I mean, real quick, next week is the last week, right?
Yeah, it should be, yeah.
Festival, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we better be getting our 600 support next week. They can fly.
Man, the Masala's gonna be a support, huh?
I mean, for real though, like we need whatever's
it's not
next.
unheard of. I heard some convincing stuff. Well, anyway, we're getting into the new.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll get to
that later. Okay, so anyway, GPO2 and GPO1 now.
Yeah.
600 cost. Yes.
Seems good. Yeah, seems good.
I mean, I've already talked about the GPO2 enough. Like
GPO1's gonna be an interesting cell. I wonder how much more output it'll have at that point. And how noticeable it's gonna be.
I feel like with the adjustments though, the speed is definitely notable. I feel like you do clap pretty hard with the stuff on it now.
Weren't you playing it last night?
I was, I was just a little bit. Yeah, because I think our first port-based match when you were on the GPO2, I was like bullying you with the GPO1.
You were bullying pretty hard, and I was like, wow, this thing got buffed. Like I definitely I definitely was not feeling that when I first played the GBO2, and then now it's like, oh wow, the GBO1's scary. What? When did this happen?
Yeah, I think Magnum's like words were like, yes, my shield protected me, and then like I just like follow the downswing before he like gets back. I was like, oh, my legs and my butt.
Not my supple cheeks. Help!
Oh my god.
Yes,
My
they were
leg.
thoroughly clapped.
I either said my leg or I said my anus. One of those. That's normally my go-to.
But yeah, it's pretty nice. I think the level increase will help. For sure, obviously. Extra damage is always nice. Extra resistances, part slots, stuff like that. It's good to get those costs or those suits at a higher level, so it should be nice.
I guess one of the
Oh
talks
my
we
God.
should do is how do you think it compares, like the GBO2 compares to the Gaplant being a 600, and how the GBO1 compares to the Zeta?
It's an interesting face-off between the O1 and the Zeta, because it does at least still have an instant stun to get in there with, but the Zeta is literally doing striker shit if the pilot's worth the damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't obviously in the trial it's a whole lot harder to do, but I haven't been able to practice with it or actually see things. But from what I see, every now and then I just find a Zeta or now a Gaplant player that just is doing some gross transforming stuff. Oh, and if you're gonna transform and go at somebody, shoot them with the beam, and then you can ram them right after, and they can't do anything if they're specifically a support and don't have a dodge roll. But yeah, that's how you ram. Otherwise, they can just tackle you, and well, then you fall to the ground.
You get bonus damage if you yell your favorite Gundam antagonist's name as you're rushing them too.
Bonus for suit accuracy.
Yeah. Haman Khan! Your evil stops here! Haman Khan! You ever heard the Gundam versus Zeta Gundam like dub? Like the way Camille says.
Gosh, yes.
Whenever he refers to Haman, he's like, Haman Khan! Like it's never like just Haman. It's like her full name.
Well, it's like how fucking Shar says it. He says it with like such like disdain too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because Haman's not a waifu to him anymore. She got too old.
Yeah.
Do they like
she's a withered up 20-something.
Yeah, for real. Like depending on where you're looking, 19 to 20 something, like oof.
Oh man.
There's a trope. There's a trope name for that. I forget what it's called.
It's not just Char as a pedophile.
No, I mean for him, yes, totally, because he takes that to the extreme. But like people who are like in their early 30s or like late 20s.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Considered past their prime. It's like Christmas something. Like the idea that getting Christmas cake. The idea that it goes stale after a certain while and loses like its zest after the holidays.
It's like in Tales of Vesperia how everyone like gives Raven a hard time, like old man or like these old bones of mine or whatever. Raven's like 36 or something like that. It's like, dude, you're not that old. Like,
when your average protagonist looks like they're in their 20s but is also like 15.
Yeah.
I guess age is kind of skewed in some of
that's
these.
The funny. Okay, not to change it too hard, but that's the funny thing about some of the JoJo's characters. Like,
oh god,
I'm 16. It's like
I feel like they do that as a joke.
Oh yeah, no, that's part of the joke. That is part of the joke. But it's
like Polarnef.
Gundam's a lot more straight faced about it. Pretty fucking.
Or like that one guy in the in part. How many parts are we on now? Part 3, part 4, I guess. In part 4,
I think 6 are animated. If I'm thinking right, just off the top of my head.
Wait, 6 part. Diamond is Unbreakable. That one. Like
I think that was 4. Yeah, I think that was 4.
Like that one. Like the 3rd or 4th episode somewhere there where what's his name? I can't remember his name. The guy that wears green.
The OP guy that can like make riffs. Oh no, he doesn't wear green.
The guy that wears green and has what's his stand name? Anyway, that's where he gets his stand when he first develops his stand, and like the
oh, you're talking about the kid?
Yeah,
like the little like short child child.
When he goes from kid. Wait, man-child guy. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he's the
Oh
one
yeah,
that like
yeah.
gets trapped in the house by the girl with the
Yeah.
hair power. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't remember his name right
the
now, but
thing
he
is
was in
the thing is
he was in the new one.
yeah, he's in the new one. But the thing is when like he pretty much just gets like the 16-year-old who goes to his house and he's like, your sister's trapped. I've got your mom. You know, like pretty much he's just straight up like, I just cucked you or something. You know, like actually no, that's weird when I say it like that. Forget what I just
Yeah,
said.
it is.
I
But
think I know what you're talking about, but isn't
you know,
that guy
like he's
like
just like,
not a teenager?
no, he apparently he's like 16.
Wasn't it like balding and stuff
Yeah,
though? Like
but didn't they
you talking about
actually
the dude
show?
that like
Didn't
was
they actually
taking
show his
advantage of him,
stats?
right?
Yeah, yeah. Didn't he like
I
show his
don't know.
stats
I don't know.
and like his
But
like?
he did a thing where like he put a little like box or lock on him or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
and
That
like,
dude.
he
That
could like
dude.
do something. Yeah, I thought that guy was an old guy. Like I can't remember.
Apparently,
I know what you're talking about.
apparently he's always saying that he's in high school as well or whatever. And I'm just
That's
like,
probably a running. I would assume.
but that's the joke.
Yeah.
That's the main character that I would
Right.
say that fits that joke. Anyway, that's the main point of that. Also, by the way, what's his name in that episode just goes from like to like straight up like his hair goes full Saiyan and he's just like,
Super Saiyan.
I'm Chad mode now, or kind of like whatever, you know. That was kind of the joke when me and a friend was watching it. So like, but yeah, it was kind of silly. But that whole like
Tangent
old
over.
person, yeah, tangent over. Let's move on. And now for something completely different. So GPO1 compared to the Zeta. I think the Zeta still has a skill cap. I think there's a skill cap to be reached. That's
I think it's base level.
I think people
like,
are starting to figure it out. I just wonder how much more like tech they're gonna make up over time.
Yeah, so I wonder if it might be a little clunky still. Does it need a quality of life, or is there actually a
Zeta?
skill cap? Yeah,
I think it's fine as it is right now.
because I know there's a lot of complaints about it being clunky, but I think it's just a high skill cap, is what I'm guessing.
People just aren't used to comboing off. They'll be okay.
Yeah,
Learn to play your
to
mobile
strike your
suits.
life.
Yeah, learn to play your
Yeah.
mobile suits.
So I just think it's a high skill cap. I think the Kaplant's going to have a high skill cap, sort of. I mean, it's pretty straightforward as far as your beams and stuff, but like,
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of gross ones that I'm just like, what am I even doing? I have nothing. Tackle. Okay, I'm dead. that's like I don't even know. And then when I was fighting, it's like Hikaru yesterday. I was fighting him with the GPO2, and I'm like, I didn't know it was him, but either way, I was like, who is this? Whoa, he just like planned his downswing right when I went in, and like he pretty much dodged the beam stagger with his downswing, and I was just like, you know, because the offense system or whatever, the one where you're in melee, and
Oh,
it's
the
just
fighting
like,
stance or whatever.
yeah, like I was like, well played. Like that was just the amount of extra things you can do with that suit and its maneuver armor. Well, with the maneuver armor and the offense system or whatever it is, like you can just pretty much not care about normal stagger, which is
Quantum
kind of
brain
insane.
plays.
Yeah. But yeah. So that's about all I got for the new suits. Because I mean, GPO2 still feels GPO2. I mean, it's still good.
Yeah.
There's not much really to
For your
kind of add there.
comparison, though, I'll say that the GPO1 is for those boys that, you know, are spoiled player base that wants their like that wants all the payoff of little work and instant gratification stagger into big damage numbers, and the Zeta players are the ones who are like hitting that skill cap and or I would say skill cap. I don't think it takes very long to learn to initiate stagger, set up a stagger, switch weapons, and then follow up with your other one.
I think it's just one of those things where like they're overwhelmed by the options, and once they realize what to prioritize, it'll shift.
Yeah, I could feel you on that.
Yeah, as far as the plot, I think they're pretty. I mean, like the GPO2 is straightforward. You beam, you melee, you Vulcan.
Yeah, I'm still on defense because I've had to work with mine a little bit. The first game I had felt amazing. Like being able to respond so quickly with that thing and just zooming around, awesome. Once I started having to deal with people figuring out the Zeta more, it feels like I'm just like flailing with my guns to try to get some space so I can actually get my shit off. Like this is the disadvantage of this being a Scooty suit, because you have a
Oh
little bit
yeah, it
more,
scoots too.
a little bit more time between some of your actions, unless you're really just banking on being in the right position once you get out of those scoots.
I really want to try it now. Speaking of which, the trial system. We still.
Double O's aren't in the game yet, Magnum. We talked about this last week.
I mean, this is week 2 that they haven't done
It's
anything.
It's never gonna
Oh,
happen.
ignore it.
It won't happen until festival's done, and even then, it'll probably take them a hot minute.
Kind of sad,
Yeah.
guys. I'm really sad.
It's kind of
with that.
interesting though, because they went out of their way to put in the clan match suit. They put in the land combat type. I didn't expect them to do that, even though they're not talking about clan matches.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Land combat types into Lotto now, guys.
Yep, it's in. I gotcha.
1 and 2.
Yep. Well, yeah. So let's see what else do we got. Let's go ahead and move on to other updates. Yeah. And now for something completely different. Yeah, I'm just gonna put an update. Yeah, that was the GM land combat type. The railgun one, the one that has the railgun that's a raid at 250. And they also added level 2 of it as well. So now there's a 300 in there. Is it a 2-star? You know what star it is?
I
think
it feels like it should be. I don't think it is. I think it's a 1-star. Yeah, it's a 1-star. It's at the bottom.
Yeah, it's like I think they made it 1 just for the sake of
which means it's gonna be stupid
rewards.
easy to upgrade too.
Yeah, that's.
So get ready for that shit.
I mean, hey, if people can get it really quick, then that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it more commonly now.
Got new cosmetic. That's kind of cool. What is this next one? Oh, let's talk about the supply drop. This one's weak. This step up. I'm just saying.
Don't like it.
The 50% off, go for it, because every time there's 50% off, go for it. But the 1.5 times 2-star or higher, I've never had that really be. It doesn't feel any different. And then it is a mobile suit guaranteed 3-star. And I'm guessing it's from the current lottery. So if you have the extra tokens, go for it. But I feel like the next one's going to be the big one that you're going to really, you're really going to want. So I'm saying save your tokens. Maybe do the 50% off, but start stacking your tokens.
Yeah, I mean, next week's step up thing is going to have the chooser series for your spin.
I'm really curious for that.
Yeah, like if there are certain suits that you want, like you can almost guarantee, or like at least narrow the pull down to like nothing with that one. Like if you wanted to Dewaj for some reason, then they let you pick it. Double Zeta.
Easy win.
Yeah, if what was it they just added that has the unicorn tag? Wasn't this one? There's one that has a unicorn tag right now.
Like it's just a different one. I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. But like you pick unicorn and you've got that suit guaranteed. Because the infiltrator has Zeta, right?
Think so.
Desert Gelgoog, yeah, it's a Desert Gelgoog.
Yeah,
which is a really strong raid. So like you pick the unicorn tag, you get a Desert Gelgoog, like fantastic mobile suit. Zeta's still a pretty small pool, and I mean, at worst, you might get a duplicate if you already have something. But like both Marsai, the Marsais are pretty good. You know, God Tier Mark II, Rick Diaz is solid. Zeta Gundam, the new Detector is a part of the list. You have some pretty good options in Zeta. Kaplant, So I mean, honestly, like if I rolled on that banner, I'd probably be picking Zeta for every single one of my
Just
payoff
for the
things.
sake of like rounding them out, yeah.
Yeah, just because like the suits are so good for the most part. You if it's in the lotto, like you might also get the Nemo.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's gonna be pretty hot. Just being able to pick like where one of your mobile suits come from. And it's an 11th like mobile suit added to the pool, right? Like it's not even a part of the natural 10, I think.
Oh, wow, yeah. If that's
I
the
think. Let
case.
me double check on that, but I want to say it's a supplementary item. Like it's not even a part of normal spin.
Honestly,
I thought it was. It was just like maybe for the last one or whatever.
Now don't get tricked with some of the Stardust memory stuff. That's actually a pretty big pool, I think, right? There's a lot of extra stuff. Isn't like the
Well, Stardust
Zaku.
Memory had a handful of suits, I think, but it could be more than I think.
I was gonna say there's the Zaku 2 F2 or whatever. That one has the Stardust memory tag. So there's a few suits that were already from
Really, the
Stardust
F2?
memory.
I thought it was MSV.
I'm pretty sure the one with the anti-air gun.
Oh, I'm thinking of
I might have said the
I'm
wrong
thinking of the
thing.
GS. No, you said the F2 or whatever.
Okay.
I was thinking of something else. But yeah, it is an 11. It is an extra suit, so you get a 10 spin plus like whatever bonus mobile suit you select.
Wait, you get a what? Say it again.
It is an 11th
Oh,
bonus
it is
suit.
11. Okay.
So you get a standard 10 spin plus a bonus suit from whatever series you choose.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So, yeah, I would save your tokens. And next thing on the list, they added the Gelgug Marine Commander type to the ticket shop and Draw C Custom ticket shop, both level 1. So, what do you guys think about the Gelgug Marine?
Still okay. I feel like it's just okay though. I haven't minded it when I run it.
I like using the suit just because it feels like a Jaeger. Well, because it essentially is that kind of suit. But
Yeah.
and it has a shield. It's cool.
Hmm.
And yeah, I'm a fan of the suit. But that beam rifle needs the same treatment that the
Yeah.
Tetra
Yeah,
just
it
got.
does.
Like, give it the same buffs as the Tetra, and we're good. Because then it's kind of like a lower cost Tetra at that point. Only it's a general, and I'll take it. I mean, right now the beam rifle, you have to hit way too many shots. You got to hit like what 10 shots almost. Like, do you actually have the? Are you still on the website?
Yeah. For the Marine.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Here we go. Which weapon? Are you talking about the little arm machine gun?
No,
the main weapon, the beam machine gun.
Main
Oh.
beam. What's the stagger one?
I mean, it's just a Goku beam rifle on the Marine. So
The Marine command type.
Yeah.
SEMA's. Okay. 1 second. I thought we were talking about the raid. I was like, that's weird. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Second. It's too small.
But yeah, so right now it feels like it takes way too much to stagger. It's way
15%.
15? That's what, 8 then?
Yeah, unfocused, yeah.
Yeah, that's way too much. That needs to be down to 6 like the Tetra. Because hitting 8 shots with that is kind of rough. And what's the heat ratio?
I was talking about the stagger rate. Or the heat rate is 11 for a non-charge shot and 80% for a full charge.
Okay. Yeah, well, no, I was talking about the stagger rate. So you got to hit them 8 times. The thing is, with the Tetra right now, you only have to hit them 6 times, and it's pretty much the same beam rifle. So yeah, it shoots 5-round burst. That's my big complaint on it.
Sorry, I was looking at some stuff
Yeah.
for this.
But other than that, it's a pretty solid suit. I remember getting clapped by it while we were trying to do our seal clubbing, and ran into the Nair and who else, like over and over again.
I believe it was Varant.
But yeah, well, yeah, when we ran into them, I was like, man, I wish I had this thing right now. Which I mean, I guess it felt bad because I was just playing the full armor, and that thing's
Right.
really not that fast. So hitting 8 shots on that thing isn't really hard. Or just coming up and full charging. But right now, it feels like the damage is really high if you hit people a lot. And then
Right.
also, not only do you get really good damage if you hit people a lot, you then get the stagger when you actually hit a lot. So it's like one of those, kind of like the Jaeger, right? You can do the insta stun with the charge beam, or you can do crazy DPS with the 3 shots into somebody. So, I mean that's the big trade-off. And
Right.
this one though feels like that same kind of thing, only way too many shots to get stagger, and it's way too hard to just get a stagger. I feel like the actual charge rate is slower than a Gelgoog beam rifle. I don't know if you can find that out on there, but
It should be there.
it just feels a bit slow. I don't know if that's true, but I could be crazy. Well, I am crazy, but that's beside the point. But yeah. So while you're checking that, I mean that's pretty much all I got on that suit. I mean it's a solid suit. I mean there's nothing underpowered about it really.
4 seconds for a full charge on the command rifle.
But I would like to see the buffs on it.
It's actually longer. The Gelgoog beam rifle has a 5-second charge.
Wow, really?
God,
Yeah, it's 1 second
Wow.
shorter.
What about the Jaeger? Because I feel like that's
pull it
what
up
I'm
real quick.
comparing it to.
Yeah, same amount of time. 4 seconds.
Okay. Well, then I'm crazy. But we knew that.
Placebo.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, any other thoughts on the Marine? I mean, as far as tickets wise, would I recommend buying it? No. Unless you just really like the. So.
Yeah, I'm not splurging any on it. I know
Nah.
that much.
I'm still waiting for the Alex to come back in the rotation. There's no way.
MLRS is coming up soonish. And the Zoc. So I need another like 300 tickets to get both of those. So I'm saving up. Draw C custom. I've got quite a few thoughts on this, but I'm curious what you guys think of this suit.
I feel like I don't see it very much. Although I don't play in space very often, is a big thing. But it seems nice. Like General Draw C. Seems pretty good. Like I prefer using I don't think the machine gun is very overwhelming, like its main one, little Gatling gun thing that it has.
Yeah.
But honestly, like I think it has like a bit of a range advantage, but being able to have the MMP 80 of the underrail on that thing is
Yeah.
awesome.
The grenade is sweet.
The stun on that's nice.
Yeah, the grenade is so legit.
Got two insta stuns. The grenade is super fast ready uptime.
Right.
And the Gatling though,
you can still DACA.
The Gatling needs an ammo buff. Please buff the ammo on the Gatling. Like.
Yeah, I mean that's the bigger takeaway for the Gatling is just like.
Yeah.
It really does need more capacity. I will say that the MMP's fire rate kind of makes my butt clench a little bit because it just feels too slow, but that grenade makes up for it more often than not.
For sure. So when I feel like it's you kind of played in the same way as the other draw C. You just get in, you go quick and fast and stagger melee swing.
The downswing is pretty much the same as the draw C, so you get to eat everywhere and slaughter people with it. So it's really good. But
I will say, I just as a little side note, I think it carries the beam saber in the opposite hand.
wait,
as
really?
well. I believe so. For anybody that pays attention to that kind of stuff.
Wait, does it have a shield?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I think I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's like a little shield, like arm flap.
Yeah, it's a little scrap piece of probably like fleet metal or whatever you would say, attached to
Hey,
the side of
we
the
painted it nice for
ship.
you. That's okay.
That shield is in MS Saga New Dawn, by the way.
Wait, is that one game?
Well, the draw C regular, but it's like I like to jokingly refer to it as Gundam Breaker 0.5, but it's like the little RPG
Yeah.
with the mobile suits and stuff.
Yeah, I was calling it like Final Fantasy Gundam or something.
That's a good one too. It's an RPG. It's a turn-based RPG.
But anyway, so yeah, draw C. Would you recommend the draw C custom for tickets?
If you play in space, yeah, for sure. It's not a bad space suit.
I pretty much see one draw C custom and one draw C at the cost that you can use both. Pretty much every game at around A- and stuff. So yeah, people definitely get in there with that suit. And again, I normally never see the Gatling on it at all.
Yeah,
So
I've never really seen the Gatling gun ever.
Feels bad. Then we got a new port base pattern. We got dark space, now we got port base.
How exciting!
The port base one is interesting. I need to see what it looks like. Just
Here,
a picture for the
I've got it. I've got it up right now. Like,
is it on a mobile seat though?
Yeah. It's on the.
Oh,
what is that? Is that the full custom or the gun?
Did you actually buy that?
GM Cannon 2. What?
Did you actually buy that?
No. I've got the website up. I've got the website up.
Oh, okay.
Did you use money dollars on that?
I can even zoom in on it. Here we go.
Tickets?
I'll zoom in on it. There we go.
Enhance. Zoom.
Enhance. There we go. It's enhanced. If you got it up, you can see it right now. What do you think of that? Does it look good?
It looks like you have some weird gray camo. And by that I mean, where's the mobile suit? All I see is the port base.
Yeah, but look at what the pattern is on this. That is,
it's so
like,
silly.
that's C over there, dude. Like, you're standing. There's the pipes, and there's the building that everybody stands on. There's the pipes going up, and there's C. That's all this camo is over and over again. Like, what? Do they take the picture of port base and wrap around you? Like, can you look at a suit as a pilot and figure out where in port base you are?
I was gonna say, if you find the exact place where they took that from, and if you just put yourself there, maybe no one will see you. Just don't move. They'll just see a floating main weapon.
That would be amazing.
You get
dude.
the Snake Eater camo pop up on your screen. It's 100% camo. Where'd you go?
Oh my gosh. They're using box technology now, guys. Okay, BD2 and BD3 level 2 in the DP store. Yeah, go get them. They're good.
Working towards them.
Yeah.
Maybe
BDs are good.
I know a lot of people say the Alex, they prefer the Alex over the BD3, but I mean, again, in the tournament, I believe, where I think had the option for the Alex, right? Was it 450 or was it 400?
I want to say it was 400.
Was it 400? Okay, well then never mind.
I think so.
But I mean, pretty much. I mean, exam has been tweaked a little bit, but still, I like the BD3. It's one of actually my better general suits at 400 cost right now. So, or even I was using it for 500. I've got the 500 one too, and it was carrying me as my general 500 because I didn't really have any other generals. So yeah, can recommend.
Exams are still nice.
And they're DP, so get to farming. Go
for sure.
Especially toward the end of the month when everybody has gold. And this month, everybody's going to have gold medals going around. So
because those free tenors and all
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm like 2 things from a silver right now, I think. So yeah, by next week I should have almost gold, if not gold. So definitely get to farming after next week for sure. Then get that DP and yeah, 2 good suits. I know somebody that still pretty much plays nothing but the BD2, and I think they've got pretty much every level that they've come out with of it. So yeah, crazy suit.
Solid.
So yeah, that's pretty much the updates stuff. So do we want to talk about the new suit speculation with also the new clan suit? Because with the ground assault being in, do we want to go over that first, and then we'll go through our list of what we think are support, general, and radar, and then we'll do some shoutouts.
Sure.
Trying to. I feel like, what do we have left from GBO that we haven't? Because I figure they'll still pull from that for the clan stuff. Get a Zaku
I think
half
so
cannon in
too.
there or some shit.
Trying to find the main website for
Ramsey Gak.
GBO1.
That's gonna be my call.
I think it'll be a general or a raid, or general or support, since we just had a raid. Here we go. Oh,
I'm trying to bring it up real quick.
I wish I had saved that link. Like, we had that thing that we used to look at, like that little mobile suit list from the last game. I was trying to find that, but the Battle Operation 1 site appears to be gone.
Oof.
There's a list of suits, but I like to see their pictures. I was not. We had it as a thing, but I was not prepared. But I think as far as a general might go, if they wanted to add another Gelgoog variant, maybe this would be more of a raid. But the
I mean, that's
the first game had a what's his name, Gato Gelgoog in the game. So maybe it could be like yet another Gelgoog ace pilot.
I was gonna say, oh my god, another ace Gelgoog.
Yeah, if they wanted to do that. And the aquatic mobile suit.
Here we go. Here's the link to the list of suits. I've got it right here.
Oh, you found it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this isn't what I was talking about, but this works too.
Oh. Sorry,
oh, this is the page I'm on. No, you're good, man. Sorry, there was like one we had last time. About. Yeah, that actually had like the pictures of the suits and stuff, but
yeah, that's way too far up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so here's the question. Now they have a raid. I would bet that it would be a general or a support now, for sure. So with how much they care about giving us new supports, so what do you think the new general is going to be?
For real. Another Gelgoog ace variant. Gato Gelgoog. Or there was one of the suits we saw when we were looking at that list. You remember the one that had like the underwater little gun? I think it was like called the SPO SP like something gun, but it's literally like an aquatic kind of mobile suit.
Oh yeah.
It was like a little like missile gun or whatever.
Was it a GM?
Maybe.
I think it was it the Marine Zaku or whatever?
Or was it
maybe it's the Marine
Zaku? Marine Zaku, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, but pretty much had like a handheld gun version of the gun cannon, whatever, like little multi-missile launcher. It may have been
Marine type. Here we go. What does this say?
Oh, if it's that, then it might be a Federation.
Yeah, it had this little aquatic thing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is its aquamarine type. Yeah.
Here, I'll bring that up.
Also, that one could potentially be a support, maybe. But I don't know. If we're just going off like low
They
cost
probably make it a
suits.
general.
Yeah. I don't know. The only profit being a general is that it might not be that great. Like I could see it being like
Ooh.
similar. It'd be like a variation on the desert. It'd be like a SML version of the desert, or not the desert Galgoo, but the uh, grounds, whichever one is the one that Zaku that has the cannon and a little like the heavy arms. That's what it is. Where instead of having a cannon, you just have the sub rock gun, and then you just fire your missiles. You use your rocket pod to follow up with instead.
Oh my god. I feel like it's gonna be
Unless,
tough to follow up on the land combat type since that was pretty solid.
Yeah. Although if the 14 rocket pod is more like the thing that is more akin to the simplified rocket launcher or something, maybe like it being a general or something might make more sense.
Yeah. That wouldn't be a bad one. Was Gatto's Dom here?
I'm not sure. I don't think I still remember seeing it on the list, but I'm not sure.
But there is his Goog, right?
I believe I do remember seeing a Go Goog. I think that was one. And the Marine Hyzak is another kind of consideration too. It was in Zeta Gundam. It's relevant, and it would water down the Zeta pool. Well, if it was, assuming they would put in a lottery there.
Yeah. Let's see. Going through these, not. I will say we're actually running kind of thin on some of this list right now.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about with some of the ones that they included for their own gotcha banners. It's a little weird.
Full armor slave wraith?
Oh, that's something that we kept bringing up too, yeah. That seems like a really good one if they're trying to like pull in people to actually try to go for it. It seems unique enough for that.
Yeah, that would be awesome, dude. I would be like, I'm all in on that, dude. I want that suit. Here, I'll bring it up.
I feel like that would be a banner unit or something, though.
Yeah, that I mean,
would be pretty cool.
That would definitely be something for a banner unit, real. But, hey, whoops, I just closed it. But yeah, if they went for that, whew. Oh man, sweaty tryhard mode activate. Let's see, what else do we got? I'm not really seeing anything here that's too or that's that we don't already have. That's words. Words are hard. I need more caffeine. I'm trying to read it.
Intensify the caffeine.
Caffeine, here we go. Time to chug this. There we go.
And the SML's already in. Striker heavy combat, but that's
what's GM Type C?
That's a little different.
What is that?
Isn't that just the Kai? Or is that
Oh,
actually a
yeah, I think
separate
that's the
thing?
guy. Yeah, GM guy, aka GM guy. Oh, close again. But baited with the name.
Blast. Ground
Hmm.
type Gundam world record. Could be a consideration.
Wait, what?
Or not the. Sorry, I was thinking GM. I was saying it was a GM with forward record. Never mind. Oh, there it is. There's that one.
Wait, no, we've already got the GM world record. Just got that.
GM weapons rack. I thought it was Easy 8.
Oh, it's Easy 8 weapons rack. Oh, yeah, we don't have the GM weapons rack, do we? Hey, that's probably going to be it. I'm calling it. That's the support one that they're doing.
Because we need more weapons racks for sure.
250 weapons rack, I guess. I mean, that would make sense.
Something about having that cannon at house. Say, I'm ready for that.
Gundam ground type GM head.
Oh, by the way, apparently the Marine Zaku has 6 missiles on its shoulders, a heat rod like the Goof, custom, and the Agzaku machine gun can be
Ooh.
used with it too.
It's weird. The wiki doesn't say that. Or maybe let's talk about a different one.
I didn't really read, so that's where I thought it was coming from. But
Yeah, I mean, on the wiki, it just says it has the sub rock gun, like the 4 missile pod, and I think it
oh,
said
I think the
Vulcanizer or something.
missile pod isn't that its shoulders then? That's
I
what it
didn't
means
see
by
anything on its
missile pod.
shoulders, but I'm not sure. Like the picture looked pretty bare.
I hear.
Back up.
Go to another picture. Oh, well, there's the missile pod on it. The third
Oh
picture,
yes, I
the
think on
red
the back,
dolphin.
right?
Oh no,
Yeah,
if you look at the red dolphin one, it's like on the front, but I think that's the same thing.
right. Yeah, because oh no, that's like the little tube thing.
Or
Which
tube
picture?
rocket pod. The red dolphin
Mm-hmm.
or tube rocket pod. I think that's what that is. Up and then at the target.
Oh, it'd be like one of the MSV, right? Where it's got
Yeah,
the little rockets on its chest.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I remember us talking about that.
Oh, so Suicide's going off the model kit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would. I mean, unless they wanted to add more stuff, like I could see it being a reskin of the Battle Operation 1 version, which I don't know if it had it or not. I'd probably have to see a video. Doesn't look like it. There's actually a picture
So I'm
of
guessing that
the
might be a
suit.
general, and then the GM weapon rack be the support. Because I'm not seeing anything that we already don't have, unless I'm crazy, unless I'm missing something.
Yeah,
So
GM. There'd be like the ground Gundam like GM head and a couple other outliers, but I don't think those are bad suggestions or looking at
I mean, there is the
anything.
slave wraith, but I think the slave wraith would be its own banner for
Not
sure.
a former slave wraith. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
you.
Like, I definitely feel like
Yeah.
that would be a banner suit rather than something else. But the other two that we found, the GM weapons rack and then the Marine Zaku, that could definitely be, give the
Hmm.
Marines a general. Was it a general number one? Do we know if it was a general or a raid? That's probably a good question. What is the Aqua GM? What in the
I see
world?
that's not going to be in the game, Lamau.
Apparently it was in one.
It's true.
Okay, so here we go. We got another contender for possibly general. Got a lot of missiles. Liking that already. Port maybe? Buy that missile barrage?
Which one?
The Aqua GM.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
It's got that weird like harpoon gun or whatever the hell.
Yeah. Huh.
Hand anchor, micro missiles, beam pick. Yeah, and it's got a harpoon gun and a missile launcher gun.
Interesting. Oh, there's the guns down here. Oh, that kind of looks cool.
And a torpedo
Here's
pod.
the video. Thanks, Rob.
Oh, dude. Okay.
Man, this thing looks rough.
Which suit?
The Zaku Marine type. So the sub rock gun fires 4 bullets and it fires individually. I haven't seen him hit yet, so I don't know if it stuns. The rockets, the rocket fire, like the missile pod, fires pretty much how you expect, where it's like kind of like it arcs up and it moves
As it
towards your
moves toward,
target.
yeah. Is it a general or it's a general, right?
I can't tell. It looks like a general.
Okay. I would say general. I was guessing. So I guess right now we're saying that's going to be the that or the Aqua GM maybe is going to be the general. I don't know.
Well, it's
I
like it
mean,
only has the 2 weapons, though. It doesn't like it has any of the other stuff. I think it does stagger.
if
With
anybody
the
in chat
rockets.
sees something else that we've looked over, feel free to let us know because I've literally went through the Federation list and that's all I got.
Oh, it's a support, actually.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah, it's a support.
Are we getting a new 200 support? Like from the
Yeah,
sound of it,
wouldn't be too
that
bad.
sounds like 200 cost, man.
Yeah, whatever cost they're playing in looks low. Like they've got like a Char Zaku 1 or something. But it may just be a regular Zaku 1, honestly. I don't know if painting was in the last game, so it could be a Char 1. But it looks like it's a pretty low cost lobby.
Wait, is this the? What's the? Wait. Which Zaku 2 is the Garma Zabi one? Is that the?
The GS
Okay,
or whatever.
FS, right?
Yeah, it's there we go.
Okay,
That
okay,
one.
cool. We got the commander type, ground type, half cannon. Oh. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's go get some Gatling. Look at that. Look at that Gatling gun. Oh, half cannon. With the big
I want
gun.
that half can.
Dude, okay.
I mean, I bring it up every time because that shit looks hype and I need it.
Oh, man, I need that in my life right now. God, that's something that I need.
I was focused on the video. Is it the full armor slave wraith?
No. Zaku half cannon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Zaku with a minigun, man. Oh.
Hashtag intensify.
Yeah, dude. Always be Gatling, dude. Like that is yes, please. And then it's got the big gun on it too. You got the big gun, you got the Gatling, you got the shoulder missiles somehow. Not 3-2 missile pods. I think this is a bad picture, but yeah.
That can put origin suits in the game.
Yeah, they
Don't
can.
be ridiculous.
Fuck it. Just do a bunch.
So yeah,
And then
they're all
put,
too
like-
strong.
but for real though, half cannon, that one, the GM weapons rack.
They should put the gun cannon early
I
types
would.
in like 200.
Oh gosh, that would be kind of funny. But like the was it the weapons rack, the GM weapons rack? Yeah. If that's, what do you think? 250 for GM weapons rack? Probably. I'd say the half cannon is probably going to be 250 as well. If not,
Yeah,
I
it
would like to
definitely-
see some more 200 stuff. But those
I
two are
want, you know
definitely
what?
250.
I want them to do it. I want them to put it at 200 so that it can just bump up to 250. I wouldn't mind that.
I think the half cannon would be pretty much in the same league as the rabbit type, honestly.
Yeah,
I think it would be around that cost.
So like the only one that I've seen so far that looks like it could be a 200 is that Zaku Marine type.
Yeah,
And
I feel that. Because I mean, all you're doing is just shooting people with your sub rock gun and lighting up with missiles.
yeah,
Right.
so
And that's pretty much what it's got going for it.
that could
But
be
I
a
mean,
200.
if that's the case, then like anything that doesn't have a 250 designation at this point probably should. Because if they're gonna keep running 200 and they're also just gonna like not include stuff like 50 off from that cost range, and like what's
Yeah.
the point of having those lobbies anymore?
Yep.
Mm.
Really good point there. So okay, so for real though, if the Zaku half cannon or the full armor slave wraith is put in as the clan suit, I am all full sweaty tryhard mode. 120,000%. Let's go.
Just all the way in.
Rabbit type.
It'd actually be
cool,
interesting too. Like if they have cannon, you could choose. Because I mean, even on the gunpla kit, like they would probably make it the machine gun just for variety's sake. But if you could like choose which version you play, like actually change out your sub weapon, you could
That'd
do
be
either
cool.
cannon type or the Gatling. Although I feel like players are just focused towards the cannon type, but maybe I'm wrong.
I would definitely intensify that barrage. But that's
So they want to make it
that's-
different than like the rabbit type, so the machine gun would make more sense.
Dom heavy combat. What is this? Sent me a picture of a Dom. I don't know what the heavy combat version is.
It's a Dom with a with an arm shield.
Wait, is that really what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if there's a general contender for rank, then I guess.
Looks like it has a Sturmfaust too. It seems like it's Tropin with it looks like a Tropin with a shield.
Yeah, and a little hand shield at that. It's kind of goofy.
Okay, hang on. I gotta. There was some other pictures here. Let's see what we got. Come on.
Isn't the starter cost is 225 in the last game? Dude, the resistance in the last game. Well, I guess it goes up to 100 though. But like, so this is a 225 suit, and it's like resistances for like solid ammo and or machine gun shots and beam is 34.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit!
Oh, I'd love that.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
That's hot.
they definitely
no.
definitely don't go as high for sure.
Zagaki, Akai, Gelgoog, Goof Custom, Tropin, Street Custom, Gelgoog Command,
Speed
Gelgoog
is
Ground,
240.
Gelgoog Fish Donahue. Wait, Gelgoog G?
The G stands for good game. We could call it GG for short.
Oh, Desert Goog.
That too.
We got that now. BD2, Zaku 1 Sniper Commander type. Wait. I think we found another contender.
Dude, mobile suits are faster in the last game too, at least stat wise. So that same Dom. So that's just to go off, give you some context. The Dom has 140 speed, right? This Dom has 245.
Whoa.
Oh man, this has been flying.
So real quick, the Zaku 1 Sniper Commander type. Is that because I think is there Zaku 1 Sniper?
You say Zaku 1 Sniper Commander type?
Yeah. Yeah, here. So
Bit of a mouthful.
yeah. So it's the Zaku 1 Commander type that also is the Sniper type. I'm gonna start calling it if it ever hits the game, I'm gonna be like, guys, I'm playing the Zaku 1 Sniper type Commander type.
It looks like it just has a horn. Like,
Yeah.
do you think it might just? Oh, looks like they combined this suit with the Zaku 1 Sniper.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what
a
I'm
lot
saying,
of those, I think they did. They're just consolidating because, like, why the hell do you have them?
It's
Okay.
literally in the description. It's like this one has a Sturmfaust. It's like, oh, okay, it's a Zaku 1 Sniper.
Zaku 2. Oh wait, this is Zaku 2 Kai. Never mind. Wait, B type. Wait, what's the B type?
None of your beeswax.
Oh, the B type I think is the Fritz helm. Okay.
Yeah.
I really think we're about out. I think that's pretty much it. I'm not seeing anything else right now. Zaku Desert type, Zaku, or what the? Oh, okay, no, that was just. Got it. Never mind. Yogi Marine Peasant Watch, Agzaku Command, Agu Guy. Oh, Ramzagok.
Yeah.
We're not gonna
Sorry
have.
about the Ramzagok.
That's gonna be its banner. No way, that's not a banner suit. And if somehow we get another raid, that's the first raid I think we. Whoops, sorry. I intensified a little too
Calm
much
down,
there.
John Madden. You're getting too into it.
I've been waiting for somebody to make that joke. Well played. I thought about making that joke, like, just, like, shoutcasting a game or something just to do that, make that reference, and then pause it and draw some, like, arrows.
The way you win battle operations is to score more points than your opponent's team.
But shit, what was I saying?
Something
yeah,
about the Ramsagok.
The Ramsagok, like, if they somehow put in another raid as a reward for this, I'm gonna be a little mad. I'm gonna be a little salty. I'm gonna be a lot of salty.
Watch them be all raids. Oops, all raids.
Gosh, no.
Give us the raids. More
at
raids.
Zogok, Galbaldi Alpha, Gigan, Gogu Marine Commander type, Kamuf, Freet, Doug Schneid, Gogu High, or Zaku 2 High Mobility Ground type, Gogu Jaeger, Ragu, Dom High Speed Experimental. That's definitely the gotcha. Zaku 2 F2, unless this isn't. I'm being dumb. Okay, that is. Zaku Marine type, Gog, the Gok Commander type. What?
Does that even have anything different on it, or is it just like
it's painted red?
That mobile suit, it's red.
Yeah.
Could he be
a
red comet? Ground Gundam GM head, is that actually one of them? Was that actually in the first game?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, then we have the Ground Gundam
yeah.
GM head. Apparently, that's an option. That's a general. There we go.
Make that a 200. Fuck it.
So I missed that one in the list. My bad.
Well, I mentioned it earlier too.
Oh, okay.
I had also mentioned the Ramsagok.
That guy too. Yeah.
Wait, there's a desert Gogu down here. Okay, now I'm really confused because the
Get on with it.
Okay, well we have a Gogu G. Apparently, there's another option. So, yeah. So yeah. So I mean, what was that, like? Maybe 6 or 7 different suits, and I would say like 2 or 3 of those is banner worthy. Yeah. So. But anyway, what's our 3 picks for next week? Who wants to go first? I can. It better be a support.
So, I'll just kind of echo from last week. Masala for support. Methis for raid, and something about a general.
Well, here, mine's very easy.
Robbie, we'll go with that.
My choices are: it better be a support, it better be a support, and it better be a support. So we're gonna go.
So you want the Zoc added to the ticket shop?
So we're gonna go with the Palace Athene, the Ashimar, and something else that could be a support. There we go. That's
Honestly, if they released the Palace Athene and the Bolonuk Saman, they didn't have the unprecedented triple banner, and it's got the O, the Palace Athene, and a Bolonuk, and it's just the art for the actual banner is like the O, and you know that like one picture of God Gundam, and it's got like a Nobel Gundam, like, hanging off of his side.
Oh.
It's gonna be like that, but it's the Bolonuk and the Palace Athene, and just in like the O, just in like, Sorako like swag lord pose, and he's like oozing with mobile suit babes. In this case, being Sarah and Makoa and their mobile suit. That's a triple banner, and
oh my god,
we'll do that.
We'll go with that. I'm ready for that. Holy shit! I would also say like Looking at the Gaffley again, that could be a good one for support. I'd be down for that. General is literally anything to be general. Like, I'm not even gonna guess general.
Oh, here's another one. Zeta Gundam. Insert word
Mega
here.
launcher.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of its variants. That would be
full armor Zeta.
yes. That no, for real though. That's my 3 picks. Is all 3 supports. Because I don't accept this. I'm mad. Like
support.
giving us a 450 and 500 when there's 550 and 600. Salt.
Just give me
right
a
here.
Thunderbolt that guy for my
You
raid.
got the
I don't care.
Gogu Jaeger, lol.
Oh my god. Level
Lol.
7 Jaeger. We're going to 650, guys. First
Woo!
support, level 7 Jaeger. Oh my god.
Level 5 Jaeger, no big deal.
Level 5 billion Jaeger. It's right up there with Grandpa Gundam at this point.
Yeah,
We're
like,
just not gonna release supports ever again.
Oh no.
No new supports. It's just a Goku Jaeger name LRS going forward from now on.
It's just like the entire dev team's like, which one do we have take the hit to be a support? Who would
oof.
people be the least mad about the suit being a support?
Oh,
And they
man.
just look at it like, I don't know. I'm too scared. Fuck it. They're all generals and raids.
Yeah. Bruh, I mean, just put in the stupid tank from F91. There you go. Transforms.
I mean, it's a
Mobile
cool
suit,
tank.
anything.
You know
Yeah.
they would make it like 450. They wouldn't put it up at high cost.
It'll be a modular cost. If you deploy it in tank mode, it's it's a 450. If it's a mobile suit mode, it's a 600.
Damn, it's a lot of faith in the mobile suit mode.
The supports need
They
something.
should they should give it like a Scooty version where it uses backtracks on his feet like Heelys.
That'd be interesting.
It doesn't even because it would technically have oh no, that one actually sits up in its tank mode. That's right. It doesn't fold all the way in. So it only had 2
That'd actually be
modes.
kind of funny.
And the funny thing is that the second mode would just be like the same as a regular gun tank. So would it even be faster? It's not even compact or anything.
I don't know. I just got this mindset of this wheelie of just like just like kids that actually wear
Scooting around doing Heely shit.
those kind of shoes. It's just like that as a mobile suit, just kind of like getting out of here,
shooting cannons and stuff.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Lean
I'm
back.
ready for that.
More Thunderbolts. I want to see that at some
Just
point.
in general.
Yeah, we need that to happen at some point. But
no Thunderbolt Akai's for you. You're no
Thunderbolt
small Akai. No,
need it.
No,
give it to me.
No small
please,
Akai.
please.
There's only room for one Akai in these parts.
May I have a small Akai?
I'm surprised you wouldn't go for that because it would actually have more ornaments to mess around with on top of its melee.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'd be 1000% down. It'd be like a recon guy, but you know, at the same time, no Akai, no Aqua GM for you. Get your banana shoes out of here.
Okay, so yeah, I think we covered what everybody wants. So, yeah. Actually, wait, did we cover all 3 of yours, Gustav?
Yep, we sure did.
Okay. I just remember you said Gapsley, and then I started looking at it. I was like, wait, what is this thing? I kind of got distracted by that. Not gonna lie. Yeah, that would be a good one. I was like,
because
oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
this
no,
has
but I guess in the podcast, I gotta
Yeah, because
race.
on top of
race
the
cars.
on top of the rifle, it has those shoulder cannons.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah, that fading rifle, or however you say it, that is pretty legit.
So you literally have like a support striker.
Yeah, I was gonna
again.
say that's the crazy thing about the Marasai. I know a lot of people haven't gotten the fading rifle with it, and they've been like, "Well, this suit's okay," but then as soon as you get that rifle, it's like suit is
There's
kind
a
of
whole lot more
gross.
shit.
Yeah, so
Oh, you're talking about the
essentially
masala. Gotcha. Or not to Masala.
Marsai.
Did you say Masala or Marsai?
Marsai.
Marsai. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
But both M's. I was like, wait, which one?
But yeah, where it has
Gotcha.
the
I'm on the same
fading.
page now.
So it's essentially the Zeta in the sense of
Mhm.
how its
Yeah,
gun
it's like a
works.
low cost Zeta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except I think you for the fading you have to sit still for the shot, but that's not too bad because you can just switch
It
into those
doesn't insta
melee.
stagger though.
Really, you got to charge for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I think it's a
Gross.
2-shot. I think it's a 2-shot stagger. But it's not an instant.
That's
And you do
surprising.
have to stand still.
Then again, like we have the
maybe not.
sniper custom that does that.
I mean, yeah. If
don't be a filthy coward. Just get in there.
There you go.
I mean, the thing
You
is
wanna
though,
stun your
once you
sea
stun,
serpents, kid.
yeah, once you stun with that thing though, I mean, if you're getting in there, you can just the what you just said. What's the name of its heat rod again?
Sea serpent.
Sea serpent. Yeah, I was just like, you just said it, and I'm being dumb.
Yeah, literally just break
No, I
legs.
feel you, bro.
Only
I
to break
literally
more
had that
legs.
moment just a minute ago too.
So like, yeah, the sea serpent though, like as soon as you're just like boom, and then you're just like in there, you're like stab, and then oh look at this like javelin, get wrecked. Yeah, it's crazy. It's striker
Yeah.
general.
I hate to tell you guys this,
Zeta.
but when the support has the fading rifle, you'll actually have duct tape wrapped all over it. And you won't be able to turn it into the melee.
Yeah, I know, right? Like that's for real. Like I'm thinking of this. I'm like, wait a minute. We can poke, and we can dash, and we can swap, and then maybe do something as a support like that.
Watch them
Oh.
not give it balancers, and it
Oh
can't
my
do any
gosh.
damage.
Yeah, no. What do you
There's
have
gonna
to
be a
do?
decal.
Oh no! You'd have to march up on people and hope you can do striker shit. That's rough.
Oh my gosh, that would be
Yeah, there's gonna be a
gross.
support only decal for players to get that has a picture of Kobe's face and it just says nope.
No.
Like as soon as I log in, it pops up. You get a new, you get a new decal.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm just like, oh.
Your play percentage is higher in support. Here's a new decal.
Nope. Oh man. Okay. On that note, I think it's time to hit some shout outs. Let's go ahead and do that. Let Gustav finish his game, and
Yep. I mean,
and
I'm not playing right now.
I'll debate on what I'm gonna do for the next hour and a half.
Oh god, yeah.
Hey, there's this awesome game called Battle Operation.
You want to do some duo
Pretty
queue?
good. We could look into it. I'll probably take a short break after the podcast.
I mean, I might
We'll
if I'm
still be
gonna pull an all nighter, I'm gonna change some clothes.
You
Just saying.
definitely should do that.
No, I'm gonna pull an all nighter in a suit, dude. Let's go.
Might as well.
Heck yeah.
Do it for the content. But yeah, Gustav_13 for most of my social media. Twitter is Gustav the 13th. Like we were saying earlier, and how these guys are poking fun. We had to do Yakuza Kiwami, the finale tonight, and then we'll be moving on into Final Fantasy Remake tomorrow, since it'll be open by then anyway. But we'll also be, I see. Well, one of the guys that's been following our playthrough finally made it into chat, so yeah, we're pretty much set to go for that.
Nice.
But yeah, Final Fantasy
Good RC
VII Remake
cars.
will be our new secondary game along with Gundam Battle Operation 2.
All right. And I am GamingEmblem. We do things sometimes on social media, like rarely. And I mainly stream the video games on the internet at twitch.tv/GamingEmblem. You can check it out there. But yeah, kind of same idea. We'll be starting tonight, but it's going to be Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Cooperation and Final Fantasy VII Remake. Gonna go long and hard playing the video game. Hopefully finish it up. I can't wait to finish part 1. But we're gonna do it up.
Cool. Yeah. Also, I heard so far from people who have already played it and or finished it. It's like 40 to 50 hours kind of thing. Seems to be around the average.
I've heard so many different numbers. I've heard 35 hours, 100%.
But still, I mean, that's still a pretty sizable. I mean, For
Yeah.
what it's covering, I was surprised by that number.
I was gonna say
So
because the implication is that it's like what, just Midgar up until like maybe
Yeah, I
the
mean,
point that you leave.
I'm assuming you don't leave Midgar at all, so they better give me some content, right?
So like that
Yeah,
means
that'd
you
be
literally
something.
don't have an, which probably makes 100%ing it a little bit easier because you're not wandering and like finding like the off chance encounter or whatever. You're literally just like, well, this is where everything is.
from what I
Maybe you have to
understand, there's
backtrack
actually
for some stuff
more.
later, but that's about it.
Like they
There's also
open
like
up more
missions and
stuff.
stuff to
Yeah,
do.
and a lot of side quests.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, because I think in the original game there are actually like 2 or so sectors in Midgar that you don't even go to. So there's also the possibility that they can
There's
let you
also
access
like
that as
a
well.
lot of cut content and stuff in that earlier
Mm.
sequence too.
yeah, okay.
Way
But
to rush
anyway,
the game.
as usual, everybody's info will be down in the description below. But I'm EG Magnum, and I stream on Twitch. Do the Twitter. Is my Twitter game's getting okay, I guess. We're getting there. I'm actually learning that you can put like hashtags and stuff in and do things. So yeah.
What's a hashtag?
Old man
Call it
Magnum.
Octothor.
Oh yeah, man. I'm wearing a suit.
Hashtag GBO2.
But anyway, then got a Discord. Come check that out and chat and whatnot. Got a YouTube channel, and yeah. So we'll be playing some Final Fantasy Remake probably after some of the swap GBO2. Um, we'll see. I might need some more coffee though, so I'm definitely gonna get a refill and change clothes before I get into that. But anyway, let's see. Path of Exile will definitely be after Final Fantasy. Some more. Gonna really be pushing some of the builds that now that I've got an extensive idea. Tarkov will be in the future at some point. Gonna be finishing Borderlands 3 sometime probably in the next 2 weeks, and maybe do a little more Monster Hunter World before the raid ends and when the new content hits coming up. Which
Okay.
apparently we're catching up with the PlayStation 4 in that game.
Just
Really
remember
cool.
to actually sleep.
Yes.
What's that?
But anyway, what was the last thing? Oh yeah, the tabletop for the Robotech RPG rule set. Only we're adapting it for a Gundam game. Will probably be actually next month with all this, which depends on how quick I get through Final Fantasy. I mean, that's really the main thing. So if it's 40 hours, I probably could finish it by the end of the weekend or early next week. So if it's not that long and it doesn't take that much more time, then maybe we might get to this before the end of the month. But yeah, still got a couple of things to write and figure out, and we'll be good to go. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Leave us a comment down below in the comments. Yes, comment in the comments. Look, for what you want us to talk about in the future. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.
See ya.